were on the road. We did Call Brothers Volume 1.
A rich new series. A really rich new vein that I can't believe hasn't been tapped yet.
Right, like the vein in the middle of my dick. Something you long to tap. Got his ass.
Really, really small and thin vein.
Thick vein.
Very thin vein, because it would be shocking if it gets to volume 2 in like a year.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Fuck. But, you know, the vein on my dick is thick. That's the important thing, folks. Stop it. You are never allowed to go against me via the soundboard. You know that.
That was the Discord. That wasn't me.
The Discord
is a live call episode
Discord
after
does
all.
not have access to the fucking soundboard.
I've been hacked.
The Discord does not have access to the soundboard. And allowing them to listen live is something we keep saying we're going to figure out. And I'm positive we won't for at least, if it ever happens, I'm going to say 2 years. The absolute earliest. But we are here, folks. Yes, you know, you're hearing this later. Obviously, we have to stay a little bit ahead because we have a lot of road obligations. I'm now a serious Hollywood actor. I'm very in demand. Unfortunately, I do want to apologize to everybody in fucking North Carolina. We had to cancel some of those dates because, you know, I got a little something going.
Sorry, once we got to Greensboro, we're like, there's no topping this in terms of cities.
Yeah. I really feel bad for Wilmington because Greensboro was maybe the shittiest place I've ever been.
Yeah.
Like, because we've been worse places for, you know what I mean? Like, or places that are like more dangerous or whatever.
Yeah.
But, and look, did we stay downtown? Did we see what Greensboro really has to offer? No, we didn't see the best of it, but good God, it was just like, there was nothing there.
Someone told me like, "Oh, did you explore Greensboro? It's a pretty cool place." I was like, "Not the part we were in."
Interesting.
But,
so
yeah.
maybe we just, you know what? Maybe that's unfair to Greensboro.
And it is like, you know, that's how the comedy club zones are.
Yes.
Like,
yes, we did. Now look, what we were trying to get accomplished on this tour was to go to shitty places and do shitty clubs like I used to. Back in the day, dude. I got these theaters are nice, but I need to be in the muck and the mire. And we do have a theater tour coming up to get ready for my special, which we'll shoot sometime in the spring and hopefully come out I won't say anymore. We're still negotiating a lot of stuff, but I'm on a theater tour because my next hour is pretty close to being done. I'm just kind of tweaking some things, and the rhythms between a theater and a club are kind of weird. So I didn't want to go back into clubs getting ready for the special, but I promise you, the next time we start a tour, we are getting dirty, folks. We are coming. I miss being able to reach in. I miss smelling. I miss hearing like, that was an interesting smelling crowd. You know what I mean? I remember one time Mateo was at a club right after or right before us, and they were right after. I don't remember which way it was, and they were just like, "Oh yeah, his crowd smelled a lot better than yours," just like fucking trim gay guys. Anyway, we're back. We took a couple hits nutritionally. I feel like both me and you are trying to get our minds right. I've had 3 days off, and I feel like a new man.
yeah, I forgot the rigors of tour, especially when you don't have Straight George doing like all the bullshit you don't want to do.
We miss Straight George so much. I had to fold my own laundry, dude. We never shopped for anything healthy.
No,
we ate every meal out.
I was spiraling. I think I probably got like a biscuit breakfast sandwich.
Yeah,
like
we were in the
5
South.
of the 7 cities.
There was a lot of biscuits flying around. Shout out to Peach Farmer, by the way.
Oh yes, shout out
who
to
we
him.
should have shouted out on Call Brothers Volume 1.
Yeah.
In fact, I feel bad because that night, where was that? Was that in Asheville?
Huntsville.
No. I mean, when we ate his,
Oh,
when we did Call Brothers.
Yeah.
Peach Farmer made us some delicious peach pies.
Yep.
Incredibly delicious peach pies. And to give you an example of how much we weren't being healthy, not only did we never go shopping for a vegetable or a fruit or a salad, but Eldest on a cold, we were like, there was like a cold snap. We didn't have any jackets. We thought we're going to the South. We're going to be wearing fucking tank tops.
Yeah.
Eldest fucking, who never takes initiative to do anything in his life, found the mini mart so we could have vanilla ice cream with Peach Farmer's delicious peach pies. So we could have Peach Farmer's little pocket pies a la mode.
Yeah.
And that we had a lot. We actually had some pretty good meals. Obviously, nothing too crazy. We had a lot of pho because I was sick.
Yeah.
But Peach Farmer's pie a la mode might have been the bite of the trip.
It was delicious.
It was so fucking good, warmed up with a little fucking vanilla ice cream. Ooh.
It was really good. Thank you, Peach Farmer. And
Shout out to Peach Farmer.
And thinking back on it, I think it was literally the healthiest thing.
It was because it wasn't very sweet.
Yeah.
The pie filling was not super sugary.
Yeah.
And he didn't use like extra oils, and he made the pie crust. It was more like it was like a whole grain bread almost.
Yeah.
It was so good.
It was almost like a calzone or something.
It was a calzone with like reduced peaches without too much added sugar. He's the man. Shout out to Peach Farmer.
Really good shit.
Cute kid.
Maybe if he's on this episode, we'll catch him on here.
Perhaps.
I also said hi to. I met Susie in person.
I missed Susie because I had to go. Because what we did, which was insane, was our shout out to. Look, the Democrats needed to get some leverage. Because they're baselessly accusing the president of being a pedophile. Definitely, what's happening is not Republicans are shutting down the government because there's a proof that Donald Trump fucked kids. But the shutdown fucked our asses because our flight back got canceled from Greensboro. Greensboro, a 10-hour drive from New York. Me and Eldis, on a whim, decided we weren't prepared for it at all. We decided, fuck it. We got a rental Pacifica Cherry Red.
Yep.
After 2 shows in Greensboro, we hadn't napped that day either. It was a travel day.
Yeah.
We just fucking drove. We drove from Greensboro at 11. We got to Baltimore at 5 a.m. We literally did a pit stop. It was like a Grand Theft Auto safe house. We stopped at our Baltimore safe house. We slept for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Got up at fucking like. We left by 10, didn't we?
Yeah, we were out of there by 10 o'clock.
We left by 10. Got there like 5:36, whatever. Left by 10 and then drove back. We were in New York by like, I don't know, 1 p.m. or some shit. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to meet Susie. I apologize, Susie. I had to pack up my shit and get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
But it was a memorable little tour. I wish we had been able to spend more time on the road because those club shows are so fun.
They are fun.
Being right there with everybody. It's not like, I don't know, man. The theaters are just not real. I mean, some theaters are incredible, but there's just, it ain't the grime of doing stand-up.
I mean, of course, that being said, come out to...
Of course, the Dreamboat Tour. Sorry, I just talked about how shitty it's not shitty. And by the way, this is I'm finalizing this hour. Do you want to see this hour live before it goes on? I can't say where, but somewhere good. Either a streamer or maybe we will self-produce it, self-release it. Who knows? But I do like. It's going to be a good show, and it's going to be a great tour, and we're going to be back on the bus. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Now it will be cold. Anyway, look, we can talk about this later. We have people waiting on we want to talk to the people. I was a little late because of the Ravens, not to date this episode and prove that it's over a month ago, but the Ravens just had a thrilling game. You know what? I'll just say thrilling game. Who's to say what it was?
Hey, who knows? If the schedule falls apart and we need some bullshit to plug up a Patreon week, this could come sooner
sooner than I think mid-December or early December.
That's what happened with Call Brothers.
That's right.
We're like, oh, fuck it. Let's not
Call Brothers.
Yeah.
Anyway, and yes, on live calls, we let you know what's going on. We consider you our closest friends and family. We consider you our closest friends and family, and we peel back the layers and just say that we're all over the place in terms of chronology right now because we have certain people promoting certain things. We have shit that was recorded a while ago, but they are good episodes, actually. We're on a pretty awesome run, and here we're heading into December, and we have some really, really good episodes coming your way. But without further ado, let's start taking some calls, little LD.
Ball bag, are you there? Ball bag?
Hello.
Oh, there's
What's
ball
up?
bag.
Let me turn you down.
Whoa. Hey guys, you're really quiet.
We're quiet. You're loud as a bitch.
We're quiet.
Oh, okay. There.
Not to accuse you of
Call me
something.
Eldis.
It's probably Eldis's fault. Can you hear us though?
Yeah, I got you perfectly fine now.
Okay, cool.
Great.
What's going on with you, ball bag?
What's up, guys? All right, I wrote my question down so I could be concise.
Okay,
for you.
go ahead. Read it. Read it like you're giving a report in third grade.
Yes, sir. Just passing bread. Hold on.
My wife says my penis is big enough, but I certainly don't believe her. Go ahead.
Yeah, it is. I swear. Okay, so I just went through a breakup about 3 weeks ago after a 2.5-year relationship.
Sorry,
Things
bro.
were pretty great early on, but I got sober during the relationship, and over time, things started moving in different directions.
Gotcha.
Recently had a major career change that required us to move, and it was a really positive change for me, but she fell into kind of a deep depression and wasn't taking steps to better herself, and her struggle with sobriety became like a growing issue between us. A lot of that turned into self-loathing and projection, and eventually it reached a point where we had to end things. I didn't want too much contact post breakup, but things have been kind of dragged out with the move out process because we live together because of the move.
Yeah.
So there's still some unavoidable interaction going on. What I'm trying to figure out now, I guess, is navigating life after this. And I'm the healthiest and most kind of stable I've ever been, but I feel really awkward in this, like, I don't know, I've never been single and sober before. And I've coped with things in the past with sex and alcohol and other stuff. And now I'm just kind of like adjusting and worried about kind of slipping into just being a hermit because
Sure.
a lot more alone stuff now. And I'm also afraid of kind of rushing into something before I'm genuinely ready. And honestly, there's just some fear about the path ahead. So yeah, that's the gist of it.
Okay, yeah. I mean, look, this is tough because any breakup is always hard. 2.5 years, especially when it was serious enough for you guys to move somewhere together because you got a promotion. Congratulations on being a colonel in ICE. You had to move closer to the border, I take it.
That's right. Yeah. You're in Phoenix. Yeah. Got promoted to head sniper.
Yeah. Head sniper to the IDF. She doesn't really like the desert climate.
Yeah, she didn't like it. I didn't get it. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you're like, she's depressed. No, look, what if it was serious enough for you guys to move, and I'm sure there's a little guilt about, like, she moved, and I'm sure that's been thrown at you. She moved for you, for your stuff, and that's a little unfair, but it's also a little fair on her part, where it's like I empathize with someone it doesn't have to be anybody's fault, but like kind of uprooting your life and taking a risk, and it just doesn't pan out, and that's nobody's fault. Sometimes these things happen. I empathize with that person, and it's natural for you to feel a little guilty about that, whether you deserve to or not. It's just human nature to feel that way about somebody you care about. And so so that's one element. Plus, you just moved, so you don't have your regular support structures. I'm assuming you don't have that many like friends and shit over there, or even like places you like to go, right?
Yes and no. I grew up kind of a little bit around here.
Gotcha.
I'm in Phoenix. So I do have like two of my best friends out here, thankfully. And like she didn't. She grew up a little bit like farther. So she doesn't have as much of a support network.
You guys moved from Scottsdale to Phoenix? That was the big move?
Yeah, we moved from 2 hours north, so it's not that crazy. Hey, from the snow town in Flagstaff down to
No,
Phoenix.
I get it. And I would want to kill myself too if I had to move to Phoenix. So I kind of get where she's coming from.
She would agree. Yeah. No, 100%.
So maybe take that out. But still, you're at a time of transition. And the sobriety is obviously huge as well, right? Where it's like you've never... you haven't been single, sober, like you said. You've got this new job. You're kind of starting your life a little bit over, which I assume you were on a path that you thought like, hey, I'm with somebody who I could see ending up with. We're moving to a place. My job is getting better. We're moving somewhere where I have a little support structure. I could really see us putting down roots here. Like I could see how that you're getting a little whiplash right now. But the important thing is, it's a big accomplishment that you're sober, right? That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand if you were younger, worrying about being able to get out there and be social while being sober, but like, you know, you're mature enough to know that. Sure, is it easier to go out on dates and to like have a good time if you have a couple beer, like a social lubricant? Sure, but it's not necessary. I remember Eldest met his now wife while he was doing a sober year. This lunatic was going on he was taking girls to bars and he was staying sober like a fucking lunatic. Could you imagine that?
Did you tell them beforehand where you're like, I'm not going to drink, or did you just show up and
I did tell them beforehand.
Like, what do you have? You're
I'm
like,
not lying.
water.
I'm not lying. That was the smoothest dating has ever been for me.
Yeah.
It was
really?
Yes, it really was. Like, I think as long as you like kind of screen them beforehand and you're like, look, I'm not drinking right now. We can go to a bar. You can drink. I don't really care, but I'm just like out of the game. I think it's like, I think they don't really care if they're interested in dating you. I also think it's like a little bit of intrigue.
Right.
It's like, he's not, it doesn't seem like he's not drinking because something catastrophic happened. He's just like,
sure.
Right.
taking a break. So
and I think at that point too, Eldest, of it was kind of a screening process. That's not a bad thing either, too, right? It's like, match with people or meet some people and just let them know you're sober. And it's like whoever's interested in still going out with you is somebody who's automatically going to be okay with like your lifestyle and automatically not going to be bad for you, right? Because the last thing you want is somebody who you don't want to either rush into things or just end up with someone who's not right for you because you feel like lonely and you just feel like you want to move on, And so I think I get where you're worried about, but I also think it's really I would really just focus on sort of the starting over from the breakup thing. Because, it seems like you're doing well in your sobriety. It seems, when you're dealing with a partner that was drinking more while you maintain your sobriety, that to me is a lot harder than being single and going on dates and being sober. If anything, like I could see that being like your emotions kind of almost dragging you to like, oh, it would just make our relationship easier if I just fucking got fucked up with her and we could figure this out together or some shit. I think you actually you know what I mean? I feel like
it enabled me to smoke weed with her more, like when I didn't want to. Like because alcohol I have no problem saying no to, but it was definitely a rift because like on weekends and with friends and stuff, she would want to go get drunk with them, and I was like, no, I don't really want to go hang out with you guys if you guys are just gonna get fucked up. Like,
right.
But yeah, it definitely made it easier around the house, like because she was always smoking, and so it was like, well, I know it's gonna be easier to get along if I just get high with her versus like So that has been, now that she's gone, it's like I've been able to not smoke weed no problem, but
so
that was definitely like an enablement.
Exactly. Wait, what are your sobriety goals? Are you trying to stay off weed as well, or are you open?
Everything. I've just like really been kind of focusing on my health and fitness and self like for the past 2 years, and that's kind of like been kind of what grew my relationship, or I guess broke it apart over the past 2 years, is like I was a completely different person when we started dating, and then now it's like I'm completely different, and like for all good reasons and all good things, but it's still like it's weird. It kind of connected to the destruction of my relationship that I thought was going to be everything.
Right. And listen, dude, that's life, right? The older you get, somebody who you're compatible with in your early or mid 20s is not always going to be somebody you're compatible with in your late 20s, 30s, and beyond. That goes for friends, that goes for relationships. And so look, I just think this is natural. And I think if anything, that relationship was going to be was clearly a bigger test on your sobriety. So now I think you're actually doing great. And I think you can, if anything, kind of hit the turbo button on whatever self-improvement you want to do, kind of wrap up this era of self-improvement and just look at it as like, all right, now I'm who I want to be. and you can sort of just live your life that way. I mean, I understand fear of becoming a hermit or whatever, but like you said, you have your friends there. You're pretty familiar with the town. It's not like you've just been dropped in fucking Alaska or some bullshit. You're where you grew up. You have some friends there, and so I would just focus on the dating of it all. And when it comes to that, it's the same advice for everyone. It's fucking annoying. You're going to have to go on dates that suck. There's going to be some screening process. There's going to be a screening process. You're going to waste your time. You're going to waste other people's time. And and eventually you'll just end up with someone. And hopefully for you, it's sooner rather than later. But you're in a good spot. And it seems like you have every other element of your life figured out. So I think you're okay, dude.
All right. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. It's been, it just feels like I'm almost, I don't know. I guess I'm just sometimes worried that I'm like focusing too much on myself and like not being social and not like, starting to build everything else around me, because it's like I'm so focused on my career and myself that it's like, okay, I have like almost, I go to bed at 8 p.m. because so I can get up early and do all the things. And it's like that cuts off social time and shit. But I don't know. It's just a weird mix.
I feel like when you're sober, that like rules out so many like social things, especially how old are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah, especially in your 20s, like, whenever anyone does anything, it's like, let's go out and drink. And I don't know. I think the sobriety will only empower you to just prioritize your time however you want. When you go out with people, when they're drinking, when you're sober, it's not like they're like, oh, come on, drink. Like, everyone around you is getting fucked up, and they just you just kind of assume when you're really drunk, you're just assuming everyone's everyone's just as fucked up as you are, and they don't really care. And it's also a thing like, if you're not getting fucked up, how many times have we gotten fucked up and just stayed out way longer than we should have? Like, maybe I'll hang around and get pussy. Right. Maybe I'll keep getting drunk and something fun will happen. When you're sober, you can be like, I'm good. It's 12:30. I can leave. You guys have fun. So and I think that'll be like a good feeling for you.
And by the way, this is something that is about to change in your age group, right? Like, you're at the tail end of this being a social problem. I mean, now it's like none of my friends, like, I mean, it's funny because I have younger friends, and what they want to do, they're like, they'll hit me up at like 11 and be like, want to go play pool? And I'm like, it's fucking 11, bro. I'm not starting my fucking night right now on a whim. And so I think part of this is, this will naturally fade over time, but also the way we were talking about being sober, being a screening process for dating, it can also be that for your social life, right? It's like, what are you into? Do you, are you gonna like, do you like whatever, you're into fitness or whatever, people have like a social life built around, golf in Arizona in particular, or like, people do climbing gyms, people do all this other like social stuff. Also, like, what are your interests? Maybe you become maybe you go, New York is great for like, I'm going to movies. I'm kind of making friends. I've become, I'm trying to act. I'm more into movies than I've ever been. There's a big like cinephile, community, like going out and going to art shows. You meet people for that. That's the kind of stuff I'm interested in at this point in my life. Follow along the stuff that you're interested in that is not drinking or whatever the fuck, and maybe having new dimension to your social life. But also, you're right in that at a certain point, it's like, okay, man, enough training, enough being in the fucking, enough with the tutorial levels of the video game, enough like beating level 1 Pokemon to get Pikachu up to 99 before you go to the first gym. You know what I mean? It's just go, and look, if this is a problem for you, just be honest with yourself, dude. That's what a lot of our advice boils down to. You'll know when you're ready to go, and you'll know when you're dragging out this like, oh, I have to improve myself. Sounds like you've already done a really good job. Sounds like you've done a lot of good stuff, and I think you're probably very close to the point where you're like, all right, let's start folding in social time, and let's make that a priority the way I made health and fitness a priority when it was, and sobriety a priority when they were problems for me.
Sure. Yeah.
And you just have to carve that out into your
time with each phase, essentially. Like let each phase kind of occur naturally. You're saying like enjoy, like, or take the hermit phase almost in stride a little bit to then keep dipping my toes out in the social world, like with these hobbies and stuff, and try and find more social nets to hop into.
Yeah, and also actively make that transition happen. What I'm saying is like
Sure. Yeah.
put it on your calendar the way you would put your training program on your calendar, or the way you would put
Sure.
your eating on your calendar. Like, and there's a little
Yeah.
projection for me too, because I feel personally, like I have felt I have just prioritized my career, and I did a little bit, I've lost some weight and I took a year to like focus on my health, but I'm actually disappointed in myself because I did let my career kind of dictate things for me this year in a way I was hoping I wouldn't. I just like, you get opportunities, whatever. And I'm kind of talking to you because I've been having this conversation with myself where I'm looking at the calendar and I'm like, these weeks are dead. I'm not doing shit. If like, unless like fucking Martin Scorsese wants me to be in a movie, I'm not doing some dumb commercial. I'm not doing a fucking podcast. I'm blacking this stuff out to be a human being. And whenever if I hadn't done that, if I don't do that, I'll just never do it. I'll just keep doing shit. So I think you have to just literally kind of start putting it on your calendar until you gain some momentum. And then just like everything else, it becomes second nature to you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's good advice. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got it, dude. Good luck out there. Maybe you'll fuck some. Maybe you'll fuck some weird swingers. I know Phoenix has
we'll see.
some strange.
I am down to explore.
There you go.
Post vanilla relationship.
Let some MILF with leathery tits eat your ass.
Keep hitting that gym, and you could be the go-to bull for a lot of weird couples in Phoenix.
Good luck, brother.
My best.
Good luck, ball bag.
Yo, oh wait, actually, if I could just sneak in one more thing here, I just saw Begonia Man. It was so awesome.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
And also, final thing, I've listened to stuff a bunch, obviously, and I have really tried to embody the advice that you always give people over and over of like being more direct, having hard conversations, and like being honest and stuff. So I've really like this year, as part of that, my growth has really been trying to like establish myself more as being direct and assertive and saying what I want, and like just trying to like embody that more. So yeah, that I just wanted to thank you for that.
Good for you,
I
dude.
do really try and practice that.
We love hearing that. Keep at it, brother. Shit's going great for you.
Thanks, man. Take care, guys. Appreciate it.
Good luck, man. Bye.
Bye.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Cute kid.
Yeah.
His ex is in fucking Flagstaff making like fucking making like those fucking drug rug hoodies and shit. She's fucking listening to Sublime, getting high.
Yeah. It might seem tough, like moving with an ex, and you feel like it all comes crashing down after you guys take that big step together. But it could be like you could be together for 5 more years living together.
That's the biggest
You're good, ball bag.
Absolutely.
And you'll get
she's good too, by the way.
Yeah.
She doesn't want your fucking
fuck
boring
that
ass,
bitch, dude.
She doesn't want your boring ass Phoenix life. Phoenix sucks dick, bro.
She's
too
like,
hot.
She's like, you're gonna soberly eat healthy and hit the gym.
I'm tired of having acai bowls and going climbing.
Why don't we keep it moving to Miss Chipmunk? Mrs. Chipmunk.
Hi.
Hello, Mrs. Chipmunk.
Mrs. Chipmunk. Now.
Come
Hi.
on. She's a married chipmunk,
Yes,
Eldest.
she is. Yes, she is.
I am. As of 2 months ago, I am.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. And my question is actually kind of related to that. So my mom was, I think something about the wedding process and planning was really stressing her out. And she insisted on giving a speech at the wedding. She started crying when she realized I wasn't planning on asking her.
Oh, wow.
She's really upset about that. And so I said she could. And,
do parents normally give speeches? I feel like they don't. Do they?
I think so.
Really?
I think it's pretty normal.
I guess it's yeah. I've never thought about it. I guess I always think of the best man and the best and like the maid of honor are definite automatic speeches, but I don't feel like parents are automatic. Not all 4 parents give a speech.
Yeah.
Right?
I think it's normal.
Each
for
family
like,
gets a representative, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think usually it's like the dad will say something,
Dad and mom, dad of the bride, mom of the groom type
something
shit.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Damn, they get to dance and they
Yeah.
get to fucking give speeches, dude. The other motherfucker gets nothing. I kind of get where your mom's coming from, but anyway, it seems like that maybe there was it didn't go so smoothly. If I can use my context clues here.
Yeah, exactly. I guess like in kind of on what you were saying before too. My dad is like it's just my mom, so I feel like she maybe felt like she had to.
I see.
She definitely didn't. It was like just the best man and my maid of honor and her.
Gotcha. Oh, I see. I see.
But yeah, she basically didn't plan at all and then talked about my husband the entire time
I'm sorry, say it
and
again.
didn't
I was
mention me.
laughing. She just talked about your
She
husband?
yeah, the whole time she talked about him, but she didn't mention me at
Wow.
all.
That's hilarious.
Which honestly in retrospect like is as time is going on it's like getting more funny,
Of
but it's
course.
also like at the time and kind of afterwards I'm like what the hell?
Of course, it's a really weird move. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. No, she and it definitely like wasn't the only thing like that from the wedding or that weekend. Like I did like a first dance with her since I don't have my dad, and she like went to go charge her phone instead of getting up to do the
She
dance.
wasn't ready for the dance.
Oh, she was like I like ready, but then she like walked in the opposite direction.
Interesting.
Too. I don't know.
Yeah, strange.
Yeah.
So okay, so you said it's just your mom, single mom, or did your dad pass away, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, single mom.
Okay, all right. That's I sort of now I don't want to jump to like what kind of relationship do you guys have? Do you guys have a good relationship? Because this sounds like something I've encountered, and not to accuse you of being white trash, but something I've encountered with white trash friends of mine who have single moms who like develop a weird jealousy of their kid who just had a better life. Like there's a resentment that the kid, even though the kid did absolutely nothing, and it's almost like she just wishes she was treated better in every way, and it manifests itself in a weird jealousy. It doesn't sound like it's necessarily that to fully, but what is your guys' relationship like in general?
I do think there is truth to
elements
that.
of that. Yes.
There's elements of that. I'm mixed race, and she is the white parent.
Right.
And she, but yeah, no, there's definitely a bit of that where I like went to grad school and have a relationship I'm very happy in, and I think that and kind of like got out of my town.
Right.
In a way
You're living sort of what she wishes her life was, and in a weird way, it's to her credit, right? That's what I never understood about this, is that like it's cause she did a good job. You know what I mean? Like I assume, I don't know, maybe she didn't, and it's in spite of it, which actually would make this make a lot more sense. But you know, I get that, and I think a wedding, this is another theme that happens on this show. It's like weddings, funerals, and a new baby being born are like these big seismic events where people really check in on sort of their relationships. They're very emotional. It's just it's an event that can really make people go insane. You know, it can bring people together, but it can also bring out some of the worst tendencies in people. And it sounds like your mom kind of, I don't know, to be purely pop psychologist here, it's like this is a manifestation of all of that sort of resentment, and not even necessarily towards you, but just sort of this, she feels like she didn't get a fair shake in a lot of shit, and you're having kind of like this dream life, and maybe it manifested itself like this, is sort of my guess.
Yeah, I think that there's definitely truth to that. I think that makes a lot of sense for our situation. I guess as far as like from my perspective now, I was wondering if you have any thoughts on how to like move forward with a parent like that.
Sure. Well, I mean, so I guess let me ask you this: was she a good parent? Like, was all this stuff because of her sacrifice, or like, I mean, just in your, just being true, like truthful to yourself, like what is your relationship?
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've had ups and downs for sure. Like,
Bad.
there have been times where we've basically, like, I try to, when we've been best, it's when I'm like a friend to her, when I
Right.
treat her like kind of a crazy old friend. But
Right. But you grew up with her,
we've
like it
also
was
had
just.
tougher.
I'm sorry, it was you and her growing up, right? It's not like you live with like your grandma or your aunt or some shit.
No, that's true. And that part of it, absolutely. She in many ways did a good job when I
Yeah.
was growing up, and I have 2 other siblings, and she did a good job with us too. I think it's really like since I've moved out that I've
Right.
started to
I
see the
see. I see.
cracks.
Well, okay. So like in terms of moving forward with a parent like this, I think it is like, look, you do everything we said is kind of true here, right? Where it's like you did get out, for lack of a better word, right? Like, or like she did do a good job. And like, I do think, I think you talk to her about how you felt about the speech, if you feel the need to, right? Like, this is kind of 100% up to you, right? Because I think it's about how you feel sort of relating to her. Because normally when people ask this, it's about kind of a fully deadbeat parent who's sort of trying to rekindle something or trying to make up for stuff where, your mom was probably, it doesn't sound like she was maybe she made some mistakes, but all parents do. But just from a neutral observer's perspective, sounds like she did a pretty good job, and that I even understand some of her feelings. I don't understand them coming out at you. I understand like it being kind of emotional, and I understand her maybe like feeling a little sorry for herself despite how happy an event this should be. And yes, in a perfect world, you'd want your parent not to center themselves during your wedding. But, I will give someone who was a single mom of like a few kids a little slack. You know what I mean? Just from me, right? Again, this is your mom. It's up to you how you want to approach it. And so for me, it's like it becomes how much this hurt your feelings. It's a ratio of like how hurt your feelings were to how much sort of understanding you can have for your mom's situation. And I think it's really up to you because, moving forward, do you want to give her a pass because she fucking did her best with 3 kids and you got out and your life is pretty fucking sick? So it's not like she did work hard, and so you could give her a full pass if you feel like it, and you can be like, and you can really hold her feet to the fire and be like, hey, that was pretty fucked up of you to like not even mention me. Or there can be some kind of middle ground where you're like, I thought the speech and the thing was a little weird. I don't like how it felt for our relationship. I really love you. I care about you. I would have appreciated if you were, if you sort of were thinking about me a little more. It felt like I was an afterthought. It just really depends on what you want to achieve from that conversation. You know what I mean? Like, because go ahead, Elders.
I think based on the facts, that you're telling us, your mom probably does just deserve some slack here for this speech. Speeches are weird at
People
weddings.
blow speeches for way worse reasons than this. Yeah.
Everyone, like, especially if your mom's winging it. Hey,
she
maybe
shouldn't have winged it. The thing is, she shouldn't have done any of this. We're not disagreeing with you, but go ahead, Elders.
Yeah, if she's winging it, if she's going off the cuff, you just kind of go with the flow in the moment, and whatever happens. I get that, like, you feel a little weird or hurt. I feel like there's history between you and your mom that made the speech feel a lot worse to you, a lot more cringe or embarrassing or something.
I think
in
most
the moment
people,
you're like, okay, now talk about me, like parents do at wedding speeches. But I think, as an outside observer, and everyone else there was also an outside observer, they're probably like, oh, that's so sweet.
There's crazy Barb. She loves her,
Exactly.
her son-in-law or whatever.
She's doing her speech in her own charming, wacky little way.
Right.
And, you know, they're like, oh, that's so nice. She's out here. She's showed out for the wedding. She's here. She's present. She's participating. I think that's what people walked away with. And you're like, Mom, why didn't you fucking say?
Well, they might have said she blew it, but they probably think she blew it enough. Like if that was me, I'd be like, haha, this fucking whatever. This lady blew the speech, and it was kind of endearing. Probably
you would make that comment at a wedding. Most people wouldn't.
I would, because I look at every.
Most people would raise their eyebrow and just drop it.
Because I look at every public speaking, I judge it like it's stand up, where I'm like bombed.
So I don't know. Does that resonate at all, Mrs. Chipmunk? Is that are you just being a little hard on Mom? Now you might have like other things in your relationship that you do want to address, but I would say just let this wedding speech thing go. You don't need to like dig this up again. Maybe there's other stuff you need to address about your guys' relationship, but my instinct here is a little bit that it doesn't really have to do with like this speech.
I sort of agree, but yeah, what do you think? Please, we want we talked to you for a second. So are we on base with any of that? How does that stuff feel?
No, absolutely. I think that that makes a lot of sense, and I do think you're right that I've been a bit harsh on her, and it probably is because of other parts of our relationship that haven't been great, and even other things that happened in the lead up to the wedding. But I hadn't really been thinking about it as much from her, that it could be a jealousy thing. Like I hadn't been thinking about it that way at all, but it does make a lot of sense. And I do think that some of the, like, she came to my PhD defense somewhat recently as well, and told all of the professors about the process of giving birth to me.
See, that's the thing. The thing about this is the rare time we are ever on the wacky parent side. Like, never on the history of this podcast have we ever heard someone talk about shit like this. But the thing about your mom is she was at the PhD defense. She did something insane, but she was there. You know what I mean? And I feel like that does make sense. That's probably par for the course for your life, where it's like, was this someone that was ready to be a single parent? Probably not. But she really, it seems like, again, we don't know everything, and I'm sure she made some big fuck ups. It does seem like she did her best. And it's like, you just said your PhD defense. Do you know what I mean? It's like looking at, like, it becomes this thing of you're doing really great, and there are definitely things you could, in a sort of like balance sheet, pros and cons, you could hold your mother's feet to the fire for. But I also think she seems that's hilarious. Like, both of these examples are kind of endearing to, again, outsiders. I'm sure to you in the like child parent relationship, they're like so embarrassing. But to me, she does sound like someone doing her best, like against the odds were really not on her side, and you turned out great from just what we know about you, right? And so we come from everyone we know with parents like this, their parent just checked out for like 7 years or something, or like was on crack, and maybe, I don't know, maybe she had some drug problems, whatever, but like we know people whose parents behave like this and like opened a credit card in that kid's name and ruined their credit. You know what I mean? So like to us, she actually sounds like a pretty good parent.
Yeah.
But that's not, again, if there's stuff that you haven't, like, we just might be missing things here too, right? And if there's stuff that is really serious that you feel like you really need to air out, you can totally do that. But it also sounds like you've come to a good, treating her like a friend at this stage in your life seems like it's what works for you. And now, don't get me wrong, if this behavior sort of continues and at every fucking holiday she tries to like one up you or acts weird and like, does weird shit at family events, then it might be something to address. But if it was just she kind of cracked and blew it at a high pressure event like a wedding where she might have, who knows what might have been going through her emotionally, you know, the jealousy stuff, all this other stuff, then I think she can get a pass for this, provided this does not keep happening.
Yeah, I do believe there's legit stuff in your past and your relationship that needs to be addressed. But what I'm getting from the examples you're giving is more worry of public perception of like your mom, where you need to like reframe that and where you need to reframe that and be like, oh, my mom doesn't know how to talk to professors. It's more like, holy shit, mom, isn't this awesome? You know, my mom's
Giving birth is so
my
funny.
mom was a single mom, and now I'm like, you know, she fucking hustled and raised us and did whatever, and now I'm a fucking PhD.
Yeah.
That's how you should be thinking of yourself, your relationship, whatever. And you know, that does sound like a little sitcom, storybook, whatever,
Right.
because I bet there is like legitimate tensions in your past that need to get addressed. But you know, give your mom and yourself and your guys' dynamic a little more grace.
Yeah, that's a good point. I hadn't really thought about that through line between the two, but that's good advice. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you both.
Yeah, and listen, call us back if, you know, in 6 months she slashes your tires and she, you know, she leaves like, she puts like, it should have been me in lipstick on your mirror. Then it's all a little different. But right now, I think you're doing pretty good.
I
Thanks.
think the jealousy thing too is probably legitimate, but it's like, it's a subtle thing too.
It's
where
not
I don't,
even, I'm not
she's
saying it's, no, it's not in the
she's
forefront.
not like jealous. It's like, hey, in life, when someone else is up, it feels like you're down or something. There's always like imbalance or.
And look, maybe there's a little projection too, right? Because it's like, I definitely, I have a parental dynamic where one of my parents is very, very completely, unobjectively happy for everything I do with no caveats. And another one of my parents is like, there is this, maybe I'm just projecting here, Mrs. Chipmunk, because I have kind of this, like, I don't ever get a non-backhanded compliment from one of my parents. And so, but you know, it's a different situation. So I just know that these things these kind of dynamics can definitely happen between, you know, people in certain situations. And yeah, I don't think it's like her. I think it's like very subliminal. I don't even know if she's even realizes she's feeling it, honestly.
Yeah, I think I mean, she definitely does the backhanded compliment thing, but I also don't think she's aware.
No, I don't think so.
A lot of the things she does.
And here's the hard part. Even sometimes like having conversations with people that are kind of programmed like this, it's like, is she really gonna get it? You know what I mean? It's like, are you really just wasting your fucking time? And if things are good enough, and again, but we get it. You're smart. We were talking to a fucking PhD elders. We don't have to fucking repeat ourselves. She gets it.
Well, we're street smart.
We're street smart. We went to the
You're
university.
just book smart, Mrs.
Yeah,
Chipmunk.
that's right. That's right, nerd.
Exactly.
Listen to what the fuck we have to say before we fucking give you a swirly 4 eyes. Me and Ellis both wearing glasses right now. But it sounds like you're doing great. We're rooting for you. Call us back if your mom goes insane and does something weird. But I think you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do. Thank you. Thank you.
You got it.
Good luck.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
I hope that whole call wasn't like gaslighting her. Like, this is all in your head.
Yeah, her mom fucking burned her with cigarettes.
You should be nice to your mother.
Be nice to your parent, you ungrateful bitch. But I mean, dude, anyone who's a single mom who it's like, that's why I asked, like, did you live with a family member? Like, if she kept her, how many fucking single parents do we know that blew it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, and we know so many kids from fucked up families that like, their parent ain't coming to the wedding. It's not like she was annoying when she talked to the florist. It's like, that's the thing, Mrs. Chipmunk. Like, she kind of, her mom's in a tough, single mom's tough, dude. Single mom's really tough. But anyway, she sounded great. She sounded with it. And it's nice that we could apply our street smarts.
Absolutely. Let's move on to sausage without mustard.
Hello there.
What's going on?
Sausage
Sausage
without
without
mustard?
mustard.
It's just like it's a local joke in Switzerland where I come from, so
Where
it
do
doesn't
you-
really make sense out of context.
Well, we could talk about. I am a sausage. I like a sausage with mustard. What are we talking about? What kind of sauce are we putting? Are you just eating the sausage dry?
Well, there's like an eastern part of Switzerland. There's like a special sausage they are really fond of. It's like, hold on, I need to translate what's in English.
No worries.
It's made out of calf.
Cow, so a beef
Calf meat.
sausage.
Yeah.
Nice. Sounds good to
And
me.
Yeah.
Basically, their joke is that they like the sausage so much that you don't need any sauce. You can eat it rare. And if you want to eat a sauce with it, it should be like an onion sauce.
Okay.
So whenever I tell other people where I'm from in Switzerland, the first question they ask me, like the first or second question, is if I eat my sausage with or without sauce.
Wow.
So this is how
That
I ended
also
up with
that
this
also
name.
seems like it could be code before you were allowed to be gay, openly gay. Do you have it with sauce? Asking if you want to do gay shit. Interesting. I like a society where first or second question they're asking you what kind of condiments you put on your
I
sausage.
like that.
We got to visit, Eldest. We got to visit.
Well, I was just there. I don't know.
Were you
about
in that part of? Were you in the?
Wait, where in Switzerland?
Well, now I live in Basel, but I grew up in St. Gallen, like eastern Switzerland.
Oh, I don't
Eastern.
know what that is.
Yeah, like I knew you weren't gonna have a fucking follow up. You fucking idiot.
I went to
was it
Zurich and Geneva.
I had a layover. Nobody
Wait,
asked me about sausage. I went to the Marriott Zurich. Nobody asked me about sausage. Sorry, buddy. What's your question? You told two fat guys. Your name had something to do with sausage with a podcast on two fat guys. So we had to inquire. But thank you. And that sounds like a hilarious local joke. What's
It's a bit weird out of context. But
what's your problem, buddy boy?
So about 2 years ago, I met this girl. We at the same uni, and we didn't really know each other before, but we went to the same research excursion to Greece, actually.
Hell yeah.
And we kind of get to know each other, and we became really good friends. And about a year ago, she decided to do a research semester abroad to learn more Russian, because she was doing like Slavic studies or something.
Okay.
And there she met a guy from Germany who was also in the Baltics to learn Russian. And basically they met each other, they fell in love, and now he came for his master's. He came to the same city in Switzerland as she was already living in, like here in Basel. And well, first of all, it sounds like a nice story, but it kind of became weird quickly, because I got to know more and more info about this guy, and he used to be like in the special forces for the German military.
Oh no.
And he also kind of looked the part, but they were both really interested in like Russian history and just Russian culture.
Huh.
And so this summer they decided to do a summer vacation in Russia, which currently is already.
Summering in Russia is hilarious, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of their passion, so I get it. But they didn't even go to one of the nicest cities. They went to like Kaliningrad, which is like a really weird exclave at the Baltic Sea, where it's not much to see. It's quite ugly.
Interesting.
And usually, if you go into Russia especially as a Westerner, and especially as a man in like military age, and he looks like he's in the military,
Yeah.
You get, first of all, it's hard to get a visa. And if you get in, you have to do like hours of interviews and questions. You need to give all your social media, your phone, basically.
Wow.
And they went there and came back, and she told me, oh yeah, well, I got questioned a lot for a few hours, but he just came into Kaliningrad without any problems, and they never questioned him. And then when they returned, it's only been a problem for me. I had to answer some questions, but he never got into any problems. And let's just say that kind of gave me some warning signs, because this is not what is to be expected.
You think you got fucking a German Russian double agent on your fucking hands?
Yeah, so I thought, okay, maybe I just don't know him yet. And then I got to know him. And even though my friend is quite progressive, her choice in men is maybe not the best because he's like a really super Christian guy, which is not that, it's quite unusual for this part of Europe.
Yeah, sure.
But the same, like he's
Interesting.
Catholic, but at the same time he says like he doesn't like his other Catholics in Germany because he thinks they're too progressive. So
oh, he must hate the current pope.
yeah, he's not a fan of him, but she's like a really progressive bi girl who has had like short hair and
Right.
bald, even a bald head at times. So I don't really get the attraction there, but it's
Score
not
one, win one for the red pill guys. Even the blue hairs want that good old fashioned conservative dick. In this case,
I don't know.
Interesting. Okay, so this girl, your friend, has a potential Russian spy, ultra conservative boyfriend. What else? Are we missing anything else? What?
Yeah, no. Well, now I've got into the problem that I already thought about, just like maybe sending an email or a text to like the German military and just ask them, because I asked him, hey, you are in the military. Did you like have to tell the military because you're special forces? Hey, I'm gonna go to Russia this summer, and he was like, no, I didn't tell them. Otherwise, I will get into problems.
Oh.
And
Interesting.
so I got kind of okay. I already thought about just reporting him
Snitching.
in summer. Just it's a bit bitching, but it's like it's not the same as like I wouldn't bitch to like a police officer, but this is kind of kind of a higher level, I guess.
This is fascinating. Okay, let me ask you this: are you mad? Did you want to fuck this girl? Is that the undercurrent here?
No, I've been in a happy relationship for 2 years now.
Oh, okay.
I really love my girlfriend. This is not the problem.
So
She's
you're
just a
just
good
snitching
friend
Stop
of mine.
like, are you player hating?
Because we cannot support player hating at all on this podcast. And I will say it is hard for me to support snitching too. So you're just snitching for the love of the game here. So look.
Well, if he's done nothing, they're not going to do anything to him. Like, he's allowed to visit Russia to a certain extent, but he should have maybe reported it. But I thought, okay, he's maybe like a phase or something it's maybe going to blow over, because I didn't really see what they had in common. But now she got pregnant by him, and they're going to have a kid in May.
Oh no, dude. This is tough. Pregnant.
He's like, this kid is how we'll get Russian citizenship.
Yeah.
They haven't even been together for like half a year, so it's quite.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is horrible, and it sounds like she's making a fucking look, having a fling with somebody weird as shit. What, you know what I mean? People are into different shit sexually. They're attracted to people. This guy's this guy's like in good shape. He's like military age. He's probably very aggro. I sort of get an attraction in the whole opposites attract thing happens sometimes.
Sure.
Her getting pregnant is a tough one because, like, to me, this feels like the kind of thing that would probably blow over. But also, I don't know, dude. I just don't see. I don't see how this really is just not your business. Like, the way I'm looking at it is like this. Okay, a guy sucks. You're basically, the problem is a guy sucks. And it's like that's the overall issue, that a guy who you don't appreciate exists in the world. He happens to be fucking one of your friends, but who really gives a fuck in the grand scheme of things? And it's like, I just don't see how emailing fucking the German army and telling him like this guy's potentially a Russian asset. Like, I don't understand what. Like, are you worried he's spying for Russia against Switzerland? Like, what is your main worry? Or is it just, I don't like this guy, I could probably get him in trouble? What's your main motivation here?
It's honestly because I've never been like a snitch in my life, so I don't want to. It's already, I thought about this for like almost half a year now, so I thought about it quite a lot. And he's not even, I don't even dislike the guy personally. Whenever I had interactions with him, he seemed nice, but I knew, okay, I'm never going to have a deeper conversation with him because I'm not going to probably find a lot of things in common.
Yeah.
It's just that I'm kind of afraid for my good friend to a certain extent.
Well, see, if that's the motivation, brother, you can do nothing about it.
Yeah.
It's her fucking life. Who even knows? You think this is going to be like a one, like, let's say, okay, so you're worried about your friend. What is the best case scenario in your mind that comes from this email? Like, what happens that's good for her? First of all, she's now pregnant. So is the good thing that happens like this guy is a spy and he gets arrested in Germany? Like, I don't understand what the pros and like. You're much better off well, first of all, I was going to say you're better off talking to her about it, but it's like, we've talked about it on this podcast. You really cannot change your friends' minds about who they're fucking. It's one of the most, it's in human history, it's one of the most futile things you could possibly do. Whether you're somebody's parent, sibling, friend, people fuck who they want to fuck.
Yeah.
And the more you kind of meddle with that, it can have unintended consequences the other way. You know what I mean? Like, I get wishing your friend ended up with someone better, but that's just, you can't do anything about it, brother.
But I think that my main motivation is not trying to break them up or trying to damage my friend. It's really just, like, if he was a drug dealer, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't report it to the police. But at this point, like in Europe, if he's actually a Russian spy, and there's been like drone sightings at airports and whatnot, like the stakes are, like, I don't want to be the guy to see like a documentary in 10 years and it's like he hid among usual people, even had a kid in Switzerland, and to be the guy who sits there and think, maybe I could have prevented some greater thing from happening if I'd actually talked to someone.
Do you really think this fucking guy's a spy, or is he just like a conservative, like a weird conservative army guy? Like, is your only proof that he got in and out of Russian customs fast?
Yeah, but he's been like, the last few years of his life, he's spent hopping around Eastern Europe. He spent years living in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Then he has had several trips to Russia.
And Student is a great cover. You're right. Like, it's a really great cover. It's like, there's a reason why you'd be going around.
Did you say you've like met this girl relatively recently in your life? Like, how long
They're
have
in the
you
same
known
program,
her?
right?
Oh, same program.
Yeah, well, we both study history as a major, and we met like 2 years ago in this excursion in Greece. We were in Saloniki.
Hell yeah.
So two years ago with your foreign program buddy, dude. She'll be all right.
She's like, we at the same uni now. Like, we live she lives like 5
they're
minutes,
friends now.
minutes from me.
Yeah,
I guess
I get it.
So it sounds like it's not even about this girl anymore. He sounds like he's actually worried that this guy is truly a Russian spy, right? That's your actual worry.
Yeah. And like in the end, I care for, okay, what might he do? But also, if he does what he does, what will that lead to for my friend?
I think, as a general rule, don't get involved in possible conspiracies with the military, and especially with other sovereign nations' militaries.
You're not built for this, bro. You're a fucking academic.
Especially one with a track record like Russia.
What if this guy fucking sees you and just snaps your neck? He reads your emails.
Yeah.
I honestly, bro, I know this is fucking, but like, I don't think there's first of all, the mind your business corollary is the number one rule here, where it's like, you didn't catch the guy fucking, sending a voice memo to his Russian handlers or some shit. Like, you have a lot of circumstantial ass evidence. Yeah. And also, this is not your fucking job.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I don't even know that this doesn't seem like enough information. Now, could you become like could you keep an eye out? Could you keep looking for stuff? But what would you even do? Like, email the fucking German army? Hey.
Yeah, they have a ministry for just stuff like that. So there is like a number to call, but I refrained from doing so.
Listen, dude, this guy's got a dossier on you already. Yeah. He knows all your fucked up little secrets. He knows the things you've never told another living soul.
Yeah.
Don't stay away from it.
Also,
Let
like,
him do what he's gonna do.
Russia's got their fucking hands full right now. They're not fucking droning Zurich anytime soon, bro. Keep fucking excavating statues or whatever the fuck you're doing over there. Just fucking your life's pretty good. You live in a nice place. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is, again, now, if this guy gets real blatant, you catch some kind of real, if you stumble on some real evidence, that's different. But right now, I don't know, dude. This is a little weird. And if you were ever going to do anything, I would say make sure it's fully anonymous, because you're just not built to be in the middle of some kind of fucking espionage thriller.
I know the Swiss are very orderly, very helpful, very dear people.
Wait, what happened to just minding your own fucking... The Swiss were lending fucking Nazis money, by the way. Now you're all of a sudden, you're Mr. I want to fucking get in the middle of shit. Tap into your roots and just shut the fuck up and fucking make money on both sides. Sell this guy a nice new drone while you're at it.
Okay.
But yeah, I would say right now it's too circumstantial and you're just not built to be in the middle of this, bro. You don't want to complicate your own life. Because that's the thing. Let's say he is a spy. It might not be good for you if that's the case.
Nothing is scarier.
Because then what happens if he finds out his cover's blown and he's like, who the fuck could it have possibly been? And you're one of the guys on his list and now you're getting fucking waterboarded in your dorm. Is that what you fucking want?
Nothing should be scarier than like a Russian spy, man. He's going to put your ass in the gulag fast. Don't fuck with this guy in case he is a Russian spy.
Yeah, if you're right, definitely don't snitch on him. You don't want this guy to be your fucking enemy, dude. You've been fucking writing papers and fucking reading about like how to carbon date fucking specific clay pots from the Bronze Age or whatever the fuck you're doing. This guy, you do not want to fuck with this guy.
To be fair, I'm also in the military, but just because, like in Switzerland, it's mandatory.
But that's compulsory. Yeah, my fucking cousin went to the military. I was drafted by the Greek military, and I had to defer and give up my citizenship. So you versus this guy is not something you want to fucking tangle with. But I will give you this. This was an incredibly interesting question and one that we've never gotten before. So thank you for calling in from Switzerland. But no
problem.
Listen,
no problem. Thank you so much.
Have a couple fucking, have a couple hot chocolates with the guy, but keep your fucking, don't become best friends with him, and just keep head in the sand, man.
Deep throat a couple dry glizzies for me and Stavvy.
Yeah. Share a couple dry sausages with him. Take it easy, brother.
Perfect. Thanks.
Bye, buddy. What is going on in Europe? The European callers have the craziest shit going
out of control, dude. I don't like this. We really are so headed for World War III. It's crazy. We are so transparently headed for that. It sucks.
I know.
I mean, if America is the most vulnerable, they're gonna fuck. I mean, hopefully they don't fit.
I just love. Have you seen all the pictures of like Trump right after a private meeting with Putin, and he just looks like he saw like a ghost.
He's so shook, dude. Trump was fucking falling asleep at a press conference. Our boy, the goat, is washed.
Yeah,
he's not even funny on purpose anymore. He's sucking Bill Clinton's dick, which we will cover on Christmas for Kush Brothers. We, even though it's now November, we will in a couple days do Kush. This is an exclusive. We'll be doing Kushmas Brothers, I think, and we will cover the stories of the day of November, and they will come out on Christmas Day.
That coverage will just be some of the myriad memes around the Trump and Clinton. I'm seeing a lot of good shit out there.
Next question, little Eldest.
Let's go to a fun one.
Okay.
Jackrabbit.
Eldest.
What's going on?
Real?
It's real.
It's real, Jackrabbit.
You're on. You waited patiently last episode.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You waited patiently last episode So yeah, now you're on.
We're happy to have you,
and
brother.
you got a fun one here.
I do have a fun one. Well, first say hi to my friend Danny here.
Hey, Danny.
What's up?
All right, well, I'll make it quick.
Are you happy now that we
thank you
addressed
very
your
much,
gimp?
Eldon.
Danny's in a fucking cage with a cock harness on.
Yep, that is the situation.
Beautiful. What's
Anyway,
going on?
Anyway, but I'll make this quick. Last time I picked my brother up from the airport, I pranked him by putting a sign on the passenger side door of my car that said National Association of Men with Micro Penises.
That's a good one. Respect.
I know. But I'm picking him up from the airport again next week, and I want to get him again, but I want to top it. And I'm thinking instead of just putting a sign on my car, I'm thinking that I'll dress up like a charter. You know, like when you get off a plane, there's those like chauffeurs in suits and caps holding up a sign for the person's name.
Yes.
So I'm thinking I want to do something like that, but put something embarrassing on the sign, and I don't know what to put on the sign. So I want your guy. I want the ancient Greek god of wisdom and his Albanian gimp to help me figure out here.
Well, this is good because the car thing is funny. The only problem with it is that you don't see it until it's outside.
Right.
And by the time people go outside with their luggage, they're not even really paying attention. They don't give a shit. So yes, I think you're right that something inside the airport is the next logical step to embarrass him.
Yes.
Now, having said that, though, you're dressed up in a costume. You're holding a sign that says Mr. Little Nuts, for example. You're the one who looks stupid.
You're right. Okay, no, look, truly. Well, that was the thing with the other sign. Like, I'm in the car. I look stupid, too. That's how, me and my brother have that relationship. Like, if I'm going to make fun of him, I want to be part of the joke, too. Otherwise, it's no fun, you know?
Right. Huh. Interesting.
So I don't mind. I truly don't mind if the joke kind of burns me a little bit. It's just part of the fun.
Right. Well, because the thing is, you could have something embarrassing, but your brother, and so you just be waiting there.
Exactly.
Here's a gut instinct. A sign is a good thing. I feel like to really embarrass him, it's got to be a really big sign. So you need to get something custom printed that like
poster board.
Yeah, go to FedEx and get like 4 foot by 6 foot kind of sign or something, for example. Something.
Okay.
And for a sign, yes, Mr. Little Nuts, something classic like that would be pretty good. Is there an embarrassing photo of him? Is there, did he get?
There's so many embarrassing photos.
Is there a collage you could make?
I want it to also be, here's the thing. Like I said, I want it to be a joke that also kind of if possible, I want it to be a joke that kind of makes me look stupid too. And if it's just an embarrassing photo of him, that might be a little bit too mean. You know what I mean? And also, Captain Little Nuts is a great idea. I want to be creative if I can and figure out something that's not to do with his penis size, because I did that already with the last one.
True.
Sure.
That's why I wanted to bring this to my favorite comedian.
You could, this is interesting. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think what also could work, though, is something a little more, a sign. Is there something where you can sort of ambush him a little bit, where it's like, congratulations, you just won biggest cuck at the airport. Ooh. And there's like somebody comes out with a camera and you interview him and you're like, sir, how do you feel about, congratulations.
Oh God, that would be awesome.
Something like that. But what you don't want to say littlest dick. Cuck is a good one. Gay, to do something public, it's not that funny to be like, you just won gayest guy at the airport. Yeah. It just becomes a hate crime.
By the way, real quick side story. A year ago, he and I were getting like pictures taken, just the two of us. My mom set it up, and a woman was watching the photographer, and she was like, looking like, oh, that's really cute. And then she heard the photographer say something about us. And she goes, wait, they're brothers? I thought they were going to get married.
Pretending you're proposing to him is pretty funny. Because
oh my God, that's it. All right, that's it.
Pretending you're proposing to him and like having someone with a camera and trying to kiss him, trying to kiss him on the lips, and he's like pulling away.
Yeah.
That's actually
what?
not.
He's gonna fucking love that. he's gonna love that because a year ago, so neither of us actually are gay, but a year ago I went to visit him, and he was like, for his birthday, and I bought him dinner, and he was like, for my birthday present, can we pretend to be gay? And at one point he like pretended to go in for a kid, and I was like, that's a little bit, that was a little too far for me.
Yeah.
But I think this time I might be able to make it work.
Or if you don't want to make it a gay angle, you could have a busted woman. You could hire someone to pretend to be his wife.
Okay, that might be a little.
Or someone, because the other thing is, it is funny to. I've liked going out with like a female friend of mine, and like just look. I look like shit. I don't care, right? They're like my friend. I don't care, and they're like a hot woman, and like acting like I'm just a shitty boyfriend is actually a really fun joke to me. Where it's like I'm like, shut up, bitch, and I'm like some guy in like basketball shorts and it's like a beautiful woman. So you could gender swap it, but
Could do that.
but I do think it is pretending to propose to him is pretty good.
My friend Danny driving the car that I'm. She and I are on a date. So
sorry, I can't.
You're breaking
it's
up
fun
a
to hear
little
all
bit.
this. Sorry, go ahead, Stavvy.
You're breaking up, buddy.
The person who's. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm in a car being driven by a very beautiful, lovely woman I'm on a date with. So it's hilarious to hear this particular context.
That's really funny to be doing this on a date.
Someone's not getting pussy.
Truly, I actually.
The date's not going too good.
She actually changed the GPS. She put my address back in. She's about to drop me off. We keep getting closer to my house and further from the movie theater.
And I'm very lucky that the call didn't happen until the date's almost over. So I'm literally on my way home now. So we had a very lovely time.
Wonderful.
And I was constantly kind of tapping my phone screen to keep the screen on Discord open.
You
anyway,
don't deserve to be on a date with a beautiful woman.
Yeah.
If you were doing that, you don't deserve that.
Look, man, let's not worry about this date. This date won't end well.
Right.
But to get back
certainly
to
the relationship won't, even if this one date does. But let's get back to the important thing. Embarrassing your brother in public by pretending you're gay with him. I think
true hard hitting quick.
I think some kind of like proposal, or if you want to do another thing, you could pretend to serve him. Like, it's like, here are your divorce papers or something. Or like pretend to arrest, although you can't really impersonate a police officer, I guess. But
the proposal's good because on the outside, it's a positive thing. I'm just thinking if I'm walking through the airport and like a guy dressed in a Barney costume or something is holding up a picture of like his brother's dick from when he was a baby or whatever it is.
Right.
I would like be kind of scared. I'd be like, what is about to go down?
But if you had something that's like, if you had like friends kind of hiding and then they turn around with a big sign that says, will you marry me, Dan, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get on one knee, that's pretty fucking funny.
So I think that is a good
would
one.
Be awesome.
I also think like a paid actor to like just get him on the hook and think something's happening to him where he doesn't even see you yet could be funny. An example is like, a fake publisher's clearinghouse check or some bullshit. Like he won a sweepstake, but
yeah.
But I don't know. The proposal's pretty good, honestly. I think you got something with that.
Yeah, proposal's pretty good.
I think I do too.
Because everything else that I'm thinking about is kind of like
the proposal's good because before you could be like, excuse me, I'm gonna propose to my boyfriend when he gets up. You could like really get people involved in it. You know what I mean? And that would like getting people in the vicinity invested in it will make it all the much better. And yeah.
If you were his sister,
you're so right.
If you were his sister, like surprising him with like a sign that says "I'm pregnant" would be really funny too. Like,
or what about I got your girlfriend pregnant?
Yeah, no, it would have to be a girl. You would need you need something that immediately like reads. But yeah,
You're right.
This isn't so bad.
You're right.
This isn't so
I think
bad.
You give me a lot to work with. Can I ask you also unrelated but very quick question? Why is George's nickname Smoothie? I've always wondered.
My brother, I don't, it's just one of those, how nicknames work sometimes, man. You just get a nickname when you're like 13, or I don't even remember when it was. He's had a lot of nicknames, but that's one that stood the test of time. He's a man of many epithets.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. He's a Greek, the like Pallas Athena or swift-footed Achilles,
Exactly.
Smoothie George, that's right.
He's got a lot of them.
Yeah. No. All right. Well, you guys give me a lot to work with. I hope this doesn't. This is actually one of the few times where I hope this doesn't come out soon, because I think he might listen. I think he actually listens to the show sometimes. So I really hope he doesn't hear this.
It won't come out for a while. When are you picking him up?
So I'm gonna get to on the 27th on Thanksgiving Day.
Oh yeah, this will come out, I think, right after that or close after that. So
Sweet.
Hopefully
Hell yeah.
it's
All right,
perfect.
that's perfect.
All right, man.
Well, you guys give me a lot to work with. And truly, Stavvy, you are my favorite comedian bar none. I listen to your podcast all the time. You're an awesome interviewer. Saw you in Chicago. You're amazing, dude. I can't wait to see where you go from here, because you got amazing things in store, my friend.
Appreciate you, bro. Good luck.
Yeah.
And don't blow it.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one, man.
Good luck, Jackrabbit.
You too, guys. Bye.
He's gonna ask this girl on the date, try to drag her into this prank. He's like, "Want to pretend you're pregnant? Would that be so
How
funny?"
down bad is this woman, huh? She's like, yeah, just you can take the Discord call.
He's been waiting for 2 hours,
In
by
her-
the way.
In her head, she's like, you said you wouldn't text your ex-boyfriend. We have to move on. Just go on the date with this guy. It's fine.
She should call in for advice.
Yeah. Our next call is her as soon as she drops him off. A guy just tried to give me the limpest attempt at a kiss I've ever seen in my life.
He kept talking about a prank for
About,
a couple hours.
sucking his brother's dick at the airport or something. Anyway, that was cute. Good luck to Chip. What was his name? Chipmunk? No, Mrs. Chipmunk.
Jackrabbit.
Yeah, Jack. We've got a lot of animals.
I know.
We've got a lot of cute animals today.
Let's move on to a fun username. Duke of Girth. Are you there?
Oh my God.
The Duke of Girth himself, huh?
You're
That's
on,
me,
pal.
brother.
What's going on?
A couple weeks ago, went through a breakup. It wasn't necessarily messy or anything like that. Was a pretty clean break, but it shows a pattern of me feeling a whole lot pretty early, and then just waking up one morning and whatever was there is I don't want to fucking do it anymore.
Okay.
So, and I'm not sure where that comes from. I don't know what the origins of that issue is, but after this, because it was a pretty sweet setup. Definitely the best of anything I'd ever experienced. So pretty much narrows it down to me being the issue. So finally nutting up and going to explore therapy and counseling. My issue is I don't know what a good therapist looks like compared to a bad one. And that's where I need some input.
Well, look. So first of all, I'm interested. So you're saying you just went through a breakup because all of a sudden you wake up one day and you're like, I don't want to be with this person. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how long were you dating her, you said before?
This is talking for about a month, dated for 2.
Okay, I see. Well, look, before we even get into the therapist thing, I can tell you, I have had this issue historically for sure. You're talking about a general fear of commitment. When shit starts getting real, you start feeling maybe like the walls are closing in on you and you got to get the fuck out of there. Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, I guess that's why I want to explore the avenue of therapy, because I don't know. I don't think it's a fear of commitment, because I mean, I come from a family of, good relationships and long last, literally death do they part.
Interesting. Okay.
So it's growing up, seeing that all happen. And it's something that I want, of course, but it just never goes that way.
Okay. And how old are you?
I'm 28.
Okay. All right. So look, you're right. I'm not a fucking therapist, despite people calling in, treating me like one. Hey, listen, I'll use them for content. That's fine. But no, this is not medical. Disclaimer. Don't listen to anything we fucking say. This is for fucking jokes only. But I would say this is a good question though, because I think, like we've said, and I think, by the way, the way I look at therapy, I think you're a great candidate because I think it's important to go in with specific things you want to fucking talk about. And, this is clearly something that I think merits exploring. Now, in terms of finding a good therapist, like, look, dude, it's really like anything else, where there might be some trial and error. In my life, I've had a few. It's also depending on your circumstances, what your insurance covers, who you can get. I started going to therapy while I was in college, and I got there was free therapy for these for the doctoral therapy students or whatever, like the people in the PhD program for counseling. And so they, it was free through my university. They were inexperienced counselors, but they were good they were good for me for sure. And then from then I moved on I was on Medicaid, and I tried, I just got a fucking therapist. She was pretty good. And then I moved to New York. I had no money, but I was recommended. I had friends who went to a therapist that they recommended who worked on a sliding scale, and he let me pay $40 a session starting out. And I just kind of stuck with him. So I'm the kind of the rare person where I just kind of got lucky. I thought my therapists were good enough to fit my needs. And I felt like I was making progress, so I stuck with them, even though I had some minor issues with them. Eldest, you've had a different experience, so it's I feel like you've had to shop around a little more.
Kinda. I've only had 2 therapists ever. The first one, I kind of did it at a time when I went into it because I really just wanted to do therapy, and I said, even if I'm not completely in love with this person, I'm just going to stick to this for a year, do it once a week for a year, and just get what I can get out of it. And yeah, no therapist is going to be perfect. I don't know, you kind of have to make the best of it. And that's the thing. It's hard to know based off a couple sessions. You just got to kind of commit to it.
You have to commit for a second
with a therapist. And even if you don't like it, you will get stuff out of it, and you will, you'll learn how to communicate your needs, which is one of the big things that therapy can help you out with no matter what. I say I like the route of, the last therapist I had was really awesome. I liked her a lot. She was she's getting her degree. So it was through this therapy kind of center in Manhattan. That was going really well, but then she graduated and she went to another place that didn't take my insurance or couldn't figure out a way to get me in there. So that kind of sucked, but
you should go back and pay out of pocket.
I tried that. For some reason they were we don't do that.
That's
at
crazy.
The new center that she started at.
That's insane.
I tried a few times. It's kind of
liked her and you wanted to work with her, and they couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, it wasn't even her. She was you have to call the office, and it was
insane.
It was just really annoying. Maybe I should try reaching out again, but
you should.
I can't imagine them not wanting to take somebody's money. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a community center kinda, and I think it's a lot of
people who live there, Medicaid,
people who live around. I don't know, but I don't know. It's hard to tell. Treat it. I think you should just find 3 therapists you could have a screening call with. Talk to each of them for 15 minutes. Pick 3 that look good to you, and then you'll quickly know the vibes from those 3 calls, who would be the best fit for you. That's what I did to find the last one. And the two of the therapists I found, I could quickly tell oh man, this would be annoying to work with this person, but I spoke to her for a few minutes. She got it. And you just got in like that. So don't be too precious about it. Just start it. And after a few months of doing it, if it doesn't feel right, it's not a big deal to just be
totally,
I'm going to go separate ways.
And I think, look, you can ask for referrals if you have a primary care doctor.
Yeah.
You can look up who your insurance covers, or you could also just ask friends for, you know, I wouldn't say the closest friends. Like, I wouldn't want to be going to the same therapist as like my fucking, you know, me, Eldest, and like our fucking his wife. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want people that are like my mom, like you don't want to be at a therapist talking about people they also see. But if you have like a friend that you like who you're not super close with, who's in therapy, or they have, or, you know, or even like one of your close friends has a friend who swears by their therapist, like that's another way to get you know, to just ask around and see if anybody has a really good one. But yeah, I think that's it. You just have to go into it really trying to get the best out of it. And you know, if you're there for 2-3 months and you're not feeling it, that's one thing. But also, I think it's important to stick with it if you feel like you're getting something out of it too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll try. I don't know. Well, no, I do know. Definitely won't get a referral from anybody that I know. It's all a bunch of older blue collar dudes who keep everything super close to the chest.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, living in South Carolina, I've already started the process of like digging, and there's like nothing down here.
Interesting.
As far as as far as what's offered.
You use like what I did when I looked was like Psychology Today, search by your zip code and see who's around. They have like a big directory, and beyond that, just search for like therapy centers, you know, psychiatrist training centers where people are like, where like students will be training alongside their degree or something. That's always like a good resource. Or some kind of community center or something. And between all that, you should be able to scrape together at least a couple options you could, you know, look into more deeply.
Awesome.
So,
yeah. Well, good luck, dude. Let us know.
Amen.
Let us know when you've started therapy. We want to make sure you do it. Literally let us know when you've gone to 2 sessions, and we'll send you a 2026 Stavvy baby calendar. Free of charge.
Yeah, dude.
So
yeah.
No, I'll definitely take that.
There you go. So
take it.
now you have to do at least 2 sessions to get that calendar.
Yeah. Oh man, I'll do it for 2 years.
There we go. Listen, if you stay in therapy, we will give you a calendar every year that you stay in therapy. You'll just have to email Eldest.
Do you guys know what the resale value on those are? Is that a collector's item?
No, they're very easy to get.
We have so many that we throw hundreds away every year.
Forget that we have some, even though we don't always. Sometimes we go to gigs, we're like, fuck, we need merch, and then we'll go to my garage and there'll be 500 that we forgot about. There's like 500 2024 calendars in my garage in Queens right now.
That's fucking awesome.
But yeah, dude, good luck and get out. That's I think your instincts are correct. And yeah, I think it has a little something, whatever it is, the fact that it comes out of nowhere definitely has something to do with, you know, probably growing up in a place where being in touch with your feelings is not prioritized. But good on you. And, you know, hopefully you get to the bottom of this.
Hey, boys, I appreciate it.
You got it, brother.
Good luck, pal.
Hey, y'all have a good one.
You too.
Bye.
See ya.
I like a nice meat and potato calls.
That's right.
Just giving out some
the websites you used to find a therapist.
Let's go to Gothfield.
Hi.
What's going on, Gothfield?
Hello, Gothfield.
Oh, I hate every day. That's the
You sound goth. You sound goth. What's going on?
Well, there's a lot of reason for me to be. So I'm here in the great old Midwest.
Okay.
Population, nothing, right? So it's already a little hard for me because I'm a trans man.
Okay.
And 2 years ago, I got into a disastrous situationship on and off for like 10 months. I definitely had more feelings for him than he did for me.
Right.
I ended up getting pregnant, but I didn't know that I was pregnant until it, you know, fled my body.
Oh, wow. Holy shit.
To me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
so
crazy.
then, because I didn't, sorry, I don't want to keep talking over you, but there is a lot to this. So
Please, go ahead.
I'm trying to make it efficient for you. So I didn't realize that was happening, and I ended up going to the ER a couple of, I don't even know how long later, but basically I thought my appendix ruptured. Turns out I was going into sepsis or something because
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I got slammed with a $750 bill, and him and I were not in a stage of like, I couldn't tell him because I didn't think he'd like care like that. He was kind of wishy-washy on and off, but I thought, okay, I'll just deal with this and like maybe it won't affect me. Wrong. But anyways,
Yeah.
our lives collide once again in a strange way. We end up meeting each other through this pretty small gaming community because there's nothing to do in Kansas except for play this game, I guess. So for a while, like I didn't realize that was him. He didn't realize that was me. But I only
Get the
put
fuck
two and
out of
two
here.
together. Yes.
So
yes, man.
you're
Because
gaming online, and you like have a romance. You hit it off.
I would not say it was that. I would not say it was that online. It was more of a, I realize that I know this motherfucker in person and he knows me, but now we have these entangled mutual friends online that they don't know that we were together kind of thing.
Interesting. So this is in
so then
person.
He comes back at, yes, but we have online friends together now, like mutual friends in this gaming community.
Okay.
So he slides back into my DMs because I'm a desperate fucking, like, I don't even know, man. I'm sorry, but what am I supposed to do? Say no?
Sure. Yes, that is what you're supposed to do, but go ahead.
No, you don't understand. Like, people treat me like so shitty out here. And like, he didn't really know that I had a miscarriage at that point. So like, I didn't want to drop the bomb on him, but I was like, okay, he's back in my life. Maybe I can work up the courage to be like, hey, this happened. And like, I just kind of want a hug kind of situation.
Right.
But then he kind of rejected me after I dropped that on him because I knew he was seeing other people or whatever. That's not what the issue was. But then he told me he was moving to a city 250 miles away. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just tell you that this happened. But, I want to stay friends and like any kind of comfort. Like I didn't even ask for money, none of that because I didn't get the bill at that point yet. But I continued to talk to him and then he moved away, but we kind of like fell out. And I hadn't told any of our friends about it except for like 2 people because after I told him I had a miscarriage, he ignored me for a month. And then like it was a whole miscommunication.
Yeah.
Like, so a few months later, he ends up reaching back out to me because a few of our mutual friends noticed that he was being a shithead and like they kind of called him out on it. And they're like, why do you act like you don't know him? Whatever. That's not important.
Mm-hmm.
We had a whole falling out because he was basically like, you're asking of too much. I can't be friends with you. Whatever. I live 250 miles away. And I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll deal with this. You deserve everything you get. Fuck you, bye, kind of thing. A year and a half later, a new girl moves into my next door apartment, and I only knew of her through other people in this college town. Like that whole miscarriage thing like ruined my first year of grad school. I almost dropped out. Like it was a whole thing, but I powered through, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the second year and the summer begins. This is now this summer. I thought I was never going to see this guy again, but he somehow moves back to this fuck ass town, doesn't tell me, starts dating this girl next door to me.
Oh, wow.
And
what the fuck?
I noticed his car. I thought I was tweaking.
Yeah.
But then,
you're like, I'm losing it.
Yeah. Because he works.
Shit.
He works at Home Depot. So like I saw like a specific thing that I was like, holy fuck, there's no way that's
is that the
only
Subaru I gave someone head in? Like, no.
Kind of like that, basically, yeah. Is that fucking white Chevy Impala with a smiley face sticker on the back? Am I tweaking? Like, so I always referred to that whole entire like situation at the beginning as my Vietnam, because personally it was my Vietnam. I was in the trenches. This was guerrilla warfare.
Okay.
Like, that I am a veteran in, like I powered through it. This girl is certifiably insane because in less than 3 days of them dating, this guy texts one of our mutual friends who is my best friend. Am I allowed to name drop? I don't know. They're not going to see this, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's up to you. Probably.
He tells my buddy that
that's fine.
He's dating this new girl, but she's neighbors with me, and my buddy's like, are you gonna apologize to him? He may not think it's sincere. Like, how close of neighbors? And he's like, I can see into his kitchen window level close. Like I can see into
That's fucking crazy.
So Yes, she moved into my old best friend's apartment. And when I let her in for the viewing, because my landlord couldn't get the master key to work, I said, hey, we kind of have the same cut of keys, so be sure to change that. This is important, okay?
Oh, wow.
This girl, less than a week later, like, they haven't been dating for a week. 3 days in, he's, again, confirming with my friend, should I or should I not apologize? And my buddy's like, you kind of sealed the deal on that. You should apologize, but you better hope that he doesn't see that you're dating this girl before you try to apologize, because he's not going to accept your apology, which too late. I already noticed him. But this girl ended up going into psychosis because she was convinced she was pregnant.
Oh, wow.
And
What the
I
fuck?
didn't know that they were seeing each other before I'd invited her to see some of these clothes before giving it to the local thrift store. It's complicated, but I'm friends with my neighbors.
Yeah.
We're all in this little
Yeah, I mean, you live like a very Midwestern trans existence.
Yeah.
Playing
Yeah.
clothing swaps, specific gaming communities. Like you're hitting a lot of you're hitting like trans bingo right now. You're hitting small town trans bingo.
So she comes to look at these clothes, but she ends up going on that she crashed her car into a tree a month prior in an effort to, end herself because she staked out her ex-boyfriend's place in a city 2 hours away.
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
okay.
what?
So she's out of her mind.
She said she lied to get out of the mental hospital, but right now she's freaking out because she thinks she's pregnant with this dude she's been seeing for the past week, but she doesn't know how to tell him, but that he doesn't know anything, and she's freaking out. Here I am. I knew that they'd been seeing each other. I just found out, but I couldn't freak out on her about it, that's not my place to be like, hey, watch out for this motherfucker kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm freaking out because I'm like, there's no way he got her pregnant. He might be the most potent motherfucker ever.
Right.
Like, what?
Also, how would she know if it's been a week? I mean, anyway.
She wouldn't.
Right.
I tried to convince her that. I was like, babe, let's go have a cigarette. Let's sit in the grass. Mind you, she is hyperventilating, trying to make herself puke, getting up, almost halfway passing out. She says that because she doesn't have her car, she walked back from his place after refusing to take pregnancy tests, that she just knows. Again, she's in psychosis.
God.
She's really not making a lot of sense. And I'd never seen anything like this before. So she says that she found an owl on the way home and that she made hand motions like she'd wrung its neck. I gave her a cigarette. It calmed her down for 2 minutes. She said that this guy stole her phone, keys, and her wallet. And here I am thinking, you can't get into your apartment without your keys, but whatever. She said that he also had her dog. She goes into her apartment after getting up and running around the building. She took off her shirt. She brings out her dog. And at this point, I realize, holy shit, she's not in reality.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to fucking do. She told me that last time she was in EMS, that she had been assaulted. So I was under the impression that if I called EMS, that it would make the situation worse. But because I knew that
I don't know that that's a fair assumption.
Yeah, because I knew she was seeing my ex, though. I was like, okay, I need to tell somebody for him to bring her things or whatever. She said that she had a different phone, that it was her niece's that she got into a fight with, and then
what the
got
fuck?
stabbed by her
Okay,
niece.
all right. Let's cut to the chase here. I don't.
I
need to
know.
about her niece's phone.
I'm so sorry. That's why I was trying to get through this really fast.
Okay.
If you've ever seen the movie Beau is Afraid, it was exactly like that. There's two decisions you can make.
An insane 3.5 hour long movie.
Yes. So I end up. Yes. It literally was.
So what happens with you and your ex situationship? How does he get back into the picture?
I basically have to end up contacting him because this bitch is going crazy in my apartment. And so I'm like, I can't believe I'm in this situation with you. She barricades us into my apartment because she threatens to kill my cats because she thinks that she has the same cut of key as me from when I let her in for the viewing. And it turns into this standoff. We got the police involved, whatever. At that point at 7:30 in the morning, she brought out the baby eagle. I had to call animal control. Him and I are we have to go to court together because we had to file police paperwork. And he got involved into this because she tried to break into his place. It was a whole.
Okay.
So I was like, fuck, now we have to get over this thing. And he was on his knees praying, I'm so sorry I did what I did to you. I crave your forgiveness.
Okay.
But it wasn't performative because we literally thought that she was going to try to kill us because she had a shovel. Okay. You have to understand, I had no reason to believe that was performative because this was truly insane.
Okay. So what's the question?
He cheated on me. And after everything he did, I told him I was going to have a nuclear option, and maybe I insinuated I would email his grandma. The breakup ended so bad he's moving back in with them. It's the only woman in his life he has a good relationship, and he told me he would kill himself if I did that. And I said, okay, I won't.
Whoa! What happened? What do you mean? You guys? So wait, he asked for forgiveness, then you guys date again, and then he cheats on you. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and he framed it as like, I knew you wouldn't let me get out of the relationship. He cheated on me with 3 people, by the way.
Okay, all right.
And
hold on, dude. let's. Here's the thing. It was okay to accept his apology, but you shouldn't have fucked him again. You should have known what. There's no good can come of. Like you also wanted his. Like, look, I know what you're saying. Like you were over it. Oh, you had to do it. You wanted to get, you wanted a real apology from him. You wanted him to grovel. You wanted this shit to work. And we've all been there. We all have wanted our situationship to just become good overnight. But that's not how these motherfuckers work.
But dude, the way our lives keep intertwining, like he was sitting here telling me, like, it felt like so tight.
No,
like,
you are looking for it. They don't intertwine. You're desperately searching.
You live in a college town in the Midwest.
Yeah,
there's like
you have the same 8 friends. You fucking play some niche anime game. Like, of course your lives intertwine.
It is not anime.
Whatever it is. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What is it?
You're gonna get a kick out of it. It's old school RuneScape.
Oh my god. Okay, so there's not some cosmic force that is bringing you fucking idiots together. You just have the same kind of lives. And he's a fucking loser who can't stay away from that town. Whatever. You need to move the fuck on, dog. This shit's so.
But I should also try to get $750 out of it, considering he sent one of those girls $700 almost.
It's over. Listen, could you have?
I'm allowed to be crazy, right?
No. You used that up when you started dating him. When he apologized, you were like, what could really make this right? You cover my fucking bills and you're forgiven, and I never want to see you again. But instead, you cashed in some more dick for a couple more months, and him cheating on you. And listen, we're not disappointed in you. This is how life goes. He showed you some affection at a weird time in your life.
Yeah.
We've wanted those toxic relationships are the best in some ways, right? That push and pull. This is your moment to realize, okay, I'm over that now. You cut your losses. $750 would have been nice, but you cannot have this person in your life at all. It's over. You got to go full no contact. I don't care what if some insane woman, like, here's the other thing. You could have fucking called the cops. This person was fucking losing their mind.
He didn't do anything.
But I mean, before he comes around, there's a reason you fucking called that. You wanted to have some crazy fate brought us together moment. You were looking for it. And again, we don't blame you. We've all been there. Yeah. But from now on, it's over. You can't contact this fucking guy. It's done. You'll find somebody else on an old school RuneScape fucking server, and you'll be fine. But that's we just have to give you this hard truth where it's like, cut your fucking losses. You're being fucking ridiculous saying fate is bringing you together, and you have to move on. Now, again, we're not mad at you.
Well, I'm not saying I want him back. I want $750, and I also don't want anybody else.
No, because that's a way to just get in the mix again.
To have another negotiation with him. You want to open up your dialogue. You could have asked him for $750 when he was apologizing to you, but instead you wanted to be in a relationship with him again, and you fucked up. You let your emotions guide you, and again, there's nothing wrong. We get it. But if you go back in for whatever reason, that's on you. You've heard it now from us.
Yeah.
You have now heard, someone has told you definitively, You're a fucking idiot if you tangle with this guy in any way, shape, or form. You cut your losses. I know it's not a small amount of money, but it's not worth fucking your life up for 6 more months or whatever the fuck it leads to.
Gothfield, you need to seek peace. You need to seek calmness. You need to resist the urge to put your hand in the flame.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
I'm
what
a fire sign, dog. That ain't easy. This was my
you have
miss out
to.
crisis.
This
That's
is.
what I'm calling
I
for.
know. We know it's not easy, but that's the fucking truth. And you can listen to us and your life can start to get better now, or you can not listen to us and it'll maybe get better a year from now when you're fully over this. It's going to take you a while to get over this person regardless. And every time you fucking start the clock, that clock runs. Every time you restart it, it'll be longer to get over them. Your shit gets messier. There's messy relationships in my life that have been long gone that like rear their head every once in a while emotionally, even though I'm fucking well over them now. The longer you wait, the longer you stay in something messy, the more it will affect you for God knows how long. And you want the money, it's over. That's done. You really want is to fucking talk to this guy. No contact whatsoever. No threatening to email his grandma. Nothing.
Well, not blackmail, but I'm just like,
it's
that's
all
the only
over.
relation-
This guy doesn't
okay.
fucking exist as far as you're concerned. He's blocked on everything. If you have mutual friends, just say, hey, I can't be around this fucking guy. You are penning yourself in.
I already left everything. Yeah.
Well, there you go. You're
So
pretending like this is an inevitability when you're sort of engineering it to be an inevitability. The world is much bigger than even what you're giving the Midwest credit for and your shitty little fucking college town credit for. Move on. Go to fucking Chicago. Go to fucking like go to like anywhere, Kansas City. It doesn't fucking matter. Go somewhere else. You're not going to stay in this little fucking town forever. Go somewhere where there's people that will fucking that you jive with, instead of staying in a small shitty fucking place where hurting yourself is inevitable.
I have a preemptive question. So the issue is that because of the whole neighbor breaking in situation, my landlord refused to evict her and I had to move. And he knows where I moved. And it's also where he used to live, apparently, he came to apologize to me, whatever. He used to live in the basement apartment of this. I had no idea about that, but he does know where I live. And what if he shows up?
No.
Out of the blue.
No. We're not doing these fucking dumbass.
What do I do?
No
well,
hypotheticals.
What do I do?
What you do is, I'm not going to talk to you. Please leave me alone. That's what you fucking do. And guess what? You go fucking crash at a friend's house. And by the way, you call the fucking cops if he's accosting you if he shows up unannounced at your fucking house and he refuses to leave, you call the fucking cops. Stop. You're fantasizing about him showing up. Let me tell you something. He's not fucking coming. How about that? That's the easiest fucking answer. Is the next girl, you know what I mean? Is the next insane bitch that he's going to fucking date, does she live upstairs? Then maybe he'll come. But he ain't coming for you, and you need to get that through your fucking head. And even if he does, you reject him and you take that and you feel superior and you don't parlay that into anything else. All you do is stay away from this fucking guy as much as possible. And if it's up to you, you'll never fucking talk to him again. If he tries to force the issue, you ignore it. If he emails you, you ignore it. If he calls you, you ignore it. You block him on everything. If he tries to make contact, you say, please, I'm not interested in talking to you. This is not healthy for me. I'd appreciate it if you left me alone. If he insists and he won't leave in some kind of bizarre way where he's fucking pounding on your door, you call the cops, even though you have some weird romantic fantasy where he fucking cries and he begs you and he says, I'm a piece of shit.
Who none of that. Deny that, man. Oh,
Gothfield.
I know you're fucking. By the way, you're being hack. you're having the most standard emotions, and that's okay. This is the human experience, but we are guiding you through it. Okay, this is the fucking answer, Gothfield.
Gothfield,
Right.
Your homework assignment is to visualize a point in the future, and it should be sooner than later, when you could look back on all this and just talk about the situation in one sentence. No more Bo is afraid plot twists and turns.
By the way, it's not that. It's you were in a messy situationship and you kept going back to it, even though he gave you every single fucking proof that he's not that fucking into you. You continue to debase yourself, and now I'm finally over it. It should be that. It should be, yeah, I dated this fucking insane guy who was in and out of my life. He treated me like shit.
Right.
I'm so happy I got over that bullshit.
Well,
that's the actual
he didn't treat
story.
me like shit until I found out. He didn't treat me like shit until I found out. That's why it felt like I was pulled out of a simulation. Like, it was jarring.
Oh, he didn't treat you like shit until the first sign of adversity? Oh, interesting. When you were just fucking him and not causing any issues, he treated you nicely. Get the fuck out of here. But the second you advocated for yourself, he fucking cut you off and told people you were fucking crazy or whatever the fuck he did. That you just were in a shitty situationship. That's fine. We've all done it.
Oh, he hasn't told anybody I'm crazy because he knows that I'm not the one that's like, I haven't given him any reason to call me crazy. I left calmly, like,
stop.
Because
Shut
I'm
the
so ahead
fuck
of
up.
it, man. Like, I can't
Stop.
give him a
It's
reason to
over.
call me
This guy
crazy.
doesn't matter. You have to understand that. All right.
The thing about this is that my entire thesis is basically working through the emotions of this. So I'm going to be haunted forever no matter what.
That's
And I'm
another
just hoping
dumb
he's also
fucking thing
haunted.
you did.
Really won't.
You really won't. You'll be haunted as long as you keep it. And by the way, change that if you can. Like, or just remove his element of it. That's another example of you looking for this to be like fated, looking for this to be in the stars. You need to cut every reminder of this person out of your fucking life as soon as is humanly possible. All right.
Well, unfortunately, I'm an artist, so the pieces, it's not overtly about him, but I in my soul know that it's about working through those emotions. So
Okay.
it's more so just like staying on
Fine.
my life kind of situation.
But never
Get
talk
over
to
it.
listen, whatever fucking paper mache sculpture you want to make of his cock, fine, do it. But never talk to this fucking guy again, all right? When you're a year no contact clean, call us back. But until then, your homework, as Eldest said, is to visualize a future and create the future where this guy is not in your life. This is an afterthought for you. This is just the ex you're talking about. And by the way, part of that will be finding somebody else. You know what I mean? Because I get that. I've been somebody who like didn't feel like, because part of it is like, you know, this guy made you feel desirable. You guys had a good physical connection. It sounds like you will find that again. You will find that again. You just have to fucking look for it instead of wallowing like a fucking bitch. You're better than this, Gothfield. Stop being goth.
I don't know if I
shit.
am.
You are, motherfucker. And now go do it. Get over this guy. Be sad for a while, but don't contact him. Mope around. Get over it artistically. Make some art about it. That's fine. You know, it takes people. You haven't even begun to get over it because you keep stopping yourself from doing it.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to be a little mopey while you're actually going through it, but give yourself a few months, 4 or 5, you know, it was a 10-month situation. Give yourself half that time to mope around and then start moving forward.
The second time around, it was like 384, almost 4 months.
Okay.
So
well, whatever.
Don't put your hand in the fire. I don't give a shit if you're a Scorpio. That shit's fake.
None of this bullshit. Don't give me any fucking, none of your fucking, whatever your rising signs match or whatever the fuck. You were together you were brother and sister in a past life. I don't give a fuck about any bullshit.
Hey, actually.
All right. Good luck. Stay away from this motherfucker. We do believe in you. You just have to believe in yourself.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
All right.
You got it.
See you, Gothfield. Wow.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I know.
Hilarious stuff.
No more details. It should be, yeah. I dated this guy. He fucking sucked.
He was a piece of shit.
I'm glad that's over.
I randomly lived next to the girl he dated, and I got him involved when I really shouldn't have, and I regret it. That's the fucking story we listened to for 40 fucking minutes. But that's all right. We'll give Gothfield a pass.
You got it, Gothfield. We have a few callers on here. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to skip a couple of them, kind of retread topics.
That's
from
fine.
The rest of this show. There's a couple updates. I don't know. What are you feeling?
What do we got? A couple more, you think? Two, 3 more, if they can be quick?
Sure. Let's wrap it up with 2 updates and
all right,
keep
perfect.
it snappy. Sleepy Ogre, you're on. I know you hit that bong.
Sleepy Ogre, cushed up.
I'm high as shit. I kind of kind of hit 3 rips before I got on.
All right,
Well,
man.
we'll keep it fast.
Well, we'll keep it really quick then. What did you want to do? What did you want
You're
to
kind
tell
of
us?
getting the what's it called? The sloppy seconds.
Yeah, you're
anyway,
getting the
so
lightning round. You're at the end
help,
of the episode.
Help bring us home.
Okay, yeah, I just wondering how to deal with some haters and it's just something real quick.
Okay.
Well, kind of been having an issue basically where people get very confrontational towards my girlfriend, I guess. You know, not the chillest ways, kind of dropping like the F-bomb in a McDonald's kind of thing.
Okay. Strangers?
Yes.
Just for context, you mentioned in the Discord that your girlfriend is trans.
Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
So yeah.
Yeah, and you said you're in fuck whatever?
Yeah, like, not to dox myself.
That's all right. We can bleep it out. So, and you're basically like, where does standing up for my girlfriend versus putting my own safety at risk, how do I negotiate those two things, basically?
Yeah, and kind of not how to look like an ass, basically.
Yeah, dude. I mean, this is a hard one. This is a general problem. I mean, you just have to deal with it more because it's fucking bigots that are, you're just like dealing with it more than the average person. But you know, this is a kind of a tale as old as time where it's like when someone is disrespectful to your girlfriend, like how do you behave about that, right? Because it's like there is a classical thing of I just have to fuck this guy up, right? There's one end of the spectrum that's like the moment you disrespect my girlfriend, I have to fuck you up. And then there's the complete opposite end of the spectrum, which is like, this isn't the fuck, we're not fucking cavemen. This isn't even the Wild West. It's fucking 2025. I'm not getting some fucking guy could stab you, shoot you. There's no reason to create a fucking problem. I'm just going to get to safety as quickly as possible. And I think there's actually merits to both of those points, to be honest with you. I sort of understand both arguments, to be honest. And I think the truth is probably somewhere in the middle where it's like, look, I think ultimately, yes, we're in a fucking civilized society. And the most important thing is that you get fucking home safe, that you don't fucking end up getting jumped by 5 fucking pieces of shit in a fucking Arby's parking lot. That's number one. That's the number one thing you should be worried about, right? But, you know, if there's moments where it's like, I think that is number one. And I also think the important thing is it's not how you're perceived, it's your relationship with your girlfriend, right? So it's like, it's a conversation between both of you where you're like, I'm just trying to get fucking home. Like, this shit could turn really fucking ugly. And I hope you don't feel like I'm not standing up for you. But I also think it's like,
yeah, that's where I worry about like landing like I do care about her, but I don't want to also overstep what she wants.
Yeah, and I think you should just have you had a conversation with her about it, because like I think that's also most of it. I think there's probably some women who they would much rather you get the fuck out of there and then check in on her emotionally and say, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Like, how are you feeling? Is there anything you need? Like, I think, yes, the obvious macho way is like, fucking fuck anybody up who says something to my girlfriend. And I'm not even saying there's not a situation where that might be necessary, or if it's like one-on-one and some guy's getting in your fucking face. Yeah, you might have to. I hope that never happens to you, right? I hope that never happens to anybody. I'm not saying to rule it out, but also your girl, you know, it doesn't seem like you're that kind of guy. Your girl knows who she's fucking dating, you would assume. You don't date someone, you know, if she wanted that specific kind of guy, there's guys like that out there who would fucking love, you know, fucking juice head weirdo, fucking angry guys that, you know, would love to be. I don't know if you get that vibe from your girl that she wants you to fucking get violent.
No, not at all. She likes my nerdy ass. I know she does.
Yeah. So I just think it's more important to check in with her and get fucking home safe, instead of fucking picking fights that you know. Here's the thing, dude. If you thought you could fuck some of these guys up, then it's a different story. But if you think you'll get your ass kicked every time, then yeah, just get fucking home, dude, and then talk to her about it later.
From your voice, I think you really need to just grab those roast beef sandwiches and those curly fries.
Yeah.
Get home.
Don't call them sir. Don't say like, I'm sorry my friend upset you, sir. and then, may I pay for your meal? No, you don't have to. But yeah, get the fuck out of there.
Get
dude.
home, hit the bong with her, and talk it all out over the peace pipe.
Yeah, I feel you.
And it's really fucking sad that our society is at that point, right? Like, this is not, you shouldn't have to deal with this fucking bullshit. And then the other thing is like, maybe, you know, like, yeah, just like, I don't know. There's places where this won't be an issue, right? Like, you know what I mean? There's certain places where hopefully that's not an issue, and just like, it sucks because everybody just wants to go in and fucking should be able to go wherever the fuck they want when you're not bothering anybody and live a life, live a fucking normal person's life without being accosted. And that fucking sucks dick. But we also are in a fucked up time in this country where there is a lot of fucking transphobia that's gotten completely out of hand. And yes, in a vacuum, it'd be nice if these transphobes, if somebody fucked these people up, if they're harassing someone who's just minding their own business. But we don't live in a perfect fucking world, and you're probably better off just fucking getting home and checking in with your girl, and you know, that's it. Hopefully this isn't happening constantly. And if she gets it, because by the way, dude, she's dealt with this a lot more than you have. You know what I mean? Yeah. And she's been in much more dangerous situations than you have. And so if this is just your own manhood fucking with you, that's like, I'm a pussy for not stepping up.
No, this is definitely not a manhood thing. Okay. This is more of me thinking like, okay, maybe there might be a different way, but I think I'm right for the most part.
Yeah, I think
it's like being non-confrontational.
I think you're right. And I think, yeah, the idea is to just, that's not who you are. Don't pretend to be someone you're not. Get out of the situation. And that's the most important thing. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying like, don't fucking, if this makes you want to take some fucking self-defense classes or some bullshit, that's not bad. If this makes you want to hit the fucking gym, that's okay too.
Yeah.
But right now, you have to live in reality. And reality is like, let's fucking be safe and let's fucking get home. And, you know, maybe DoorDash McDonald's if you're definitely don't go out high as fuck like this. You got to have your fucking wits about you.
Come on, man. You're not going to get wings at like 12 a.m. after 2 bong groups.
Maybe as the provider, as the hunter of the hunter-gatherer, if we're going to go back to traditional roles, maybe you go out and get the fucking wings and bring them back home. You know, maybe you venture out into the dangerous night alone or some shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, when you're confronted with this kind of ugliness, just fucking, yeah, I think it's important to de-escalate these situations because they can get fucking out of hand.
Look, man, the bottom line is, of course, there's going to be transphobes. Sucks.
Yeah.
If I lived there, I'd be looking for any excuse to just be getting angry at anyone. So, you know.
All right. Thank you guys for the advice.
You got it, brother. Yeah, keep at it, and you know, sorry people are dickheads, but you know, I do respect a man that won't let anything stop him from getting a quarter pounder with cheese when he really wants it.
Yeah.
This man's fucking high. All right, man. We'll talk to you later. Next question.
He had an update or something he'd called in before.
He completely forgot. He's too fucking stoned.
Which I respect.
I do respect that as well.
And it sounds like you really took our advice to heart. All right. One more update / new question.
Oh, brother.
Schmitty is looking for some career advice.
Schmitty,
what do you
What's
got
up,
for
Schmitty?
us, girl?
Hey y'all, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. I mean, it's been a long day. I'm sure it has for y'all too, but overall doing okay.
Yeah, we're doing all
y'all want
right.
the update or just the question?
Hit us with the update quickly, and then and then we'll get to the question.
You're the last caller, so you're really getting.
You're the last caller. You're a friend of the
bucket.
show.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Schmitty. Give us your update quickly, and then we'll move on to the question.
Cool. So I think last time I called y'all, I was sad it was right after Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm doing, quite a bit better now. Let's see. I just got back from Barcelona. My ex finally moved out of my city.
Nice.
I don't necessarily dream of labor, but if I did, it would have been my summer internship last summer.
That's nice.
Things have been going pretty well overall.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm in my last year of law school, and I have to start thinking about, my career, like long term, what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And I've worked in all three areas of law that I really want to do. I've had, good success in all of them, but each one kind of felt like a letdown.
Like what?
Like a letdown.
Letdown, sure.
I get there. Yeah. Like I get there and it's just not what it was cracked up to be. I kind of came to law school wanting, to seek like economic justice, like fight for low income people, like try to make things more equitable. I was a big Bernie bro back in the day, but every time I go to a place that purports to do that, it's funded by corporations, so they don't.
It's
really
a tax write-off.
And it just feels like there's either you go and serve corporations or you go to a nonprofit that serves a corporation. Like there's no winning.
Yeah.
Or you go to the government who's also corporate.
Right.
So I'm at a point now where I just don't know that I don't know if like the legal field is right for me, but I also just spent 3 years getting a JD and I don't really know that there is a place that would be right.
Sure.
Like coming in, I thought, maybe I would switch to politics at some point in time. That is for sure not on the horizon. No interest in that.
Mm-hmm.
Again, nonprofit work doesn't really seem like an option. So I don't know if I should just stick it out, like serve my time and then eventually go off and do something I actually want to do, or if I should just like call it now and, get the degree, but like figure out what else my long-term career outlook looks like outside of the legal field. So that's kind of my question.
Yeah.
It's kind of stressful.
No, I get it. And look, that's the thing, right? When you're coming to the end of school, it's like, fuck, now I actually have to do something. That's a scary feeling. I get that. So wait, let's start here though. What was your summer internship that was the closest you've gotten to dreaming of labor?
Okay, so I was out in the Bay Area back with my boyfriend, which is nice. And without giving too much away, I was at a pretty famous nonprofit that does, I'll say that probably gives it away. I don't know. I'm trying
we
not
can
to
bleep.
dox
We can
myself
just
on this
bleep.
show,
We can
but-
just say you were at a very famous nonprofit, and we'll bleep out what you said it does.
Yeah, I don't know if you know bleep this out too. But
no,
they
let me
do,
tell you
like-
something that is
yeah, it's
not
fine.
famous to almost anyone in the world. I'd like you to know that. It is for dorks like you, but we'll still bleep it. But don't worry, you're not going to get doxxed because you said you were at a pretty famous nonprofit in that part of the country. But look, okay, let's start there, right? That you enjoyed that, right? That was something that if somebody offered you, for example, if somebody offered you a job at that, or let's say something similar, you would take it, right?
Yeah, probably. I love the people. I just the work was not what I expected,
Right. Okay, I see. So you're saying like it goes back to the whole like who are we really serving with these jobs question, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. Now look, the thing about being disillusioned and when you get somewhere it's not all it's cracked up to be, that's fucking just life. Like you're talking to somebody who has the sickest setup in the world. Like my life has gone better than I could have possibly imagined. I just wanted to be a stand-up comic that made $80,000 a year. That was like my goal when I started, right? And I get to be in movies.
Yeah.
I get to do all this crazy shit. And this isn't all it's cracked up to be. There's shit you don't think about that are downsides to pretty much every dream or dream job or whatever, right? And so
Yeah.
I think you have to you have to be realistic and say, are these downsides, are they deal breakers for me, or is this just how the world works? Which I think it is. It's possible that they're deal breakers. Don't get me wrong, because what you're describing is like, they're not working in exactly. They're not directly helping people the way you thought, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of that. Now, there's also, at the same time, I'm sure there are real nonprofits that are not sort of dummy entities for either a evil person to launder their reputation or a huge company to get tax breaks. Like, I'm sure those exist. They probably don't pay as much, right? Like, if you're actually doing good in the world, you are not going to get paid. That's how America is set up. That's how a lot of the world is set up, unfortunately, right? There's the economic incentive is to do evil. The more evil a job is, unless you hit a show business lottery or some other lottery or your sports lottery or some bullshit, you're getting paid more if it's evil, right? So I do think that work exists for you. It's just a matter of, are you willing to take a crazy to take a wild pay cut for that? And it's okay if you're not, by the way. I mean, it's hard to fucking sustain yourself. I get that. Again, I was somebody who I was working in Baltimore City schools. I was like tutoring after school programs. I was working in an after school program when I was in college. I had an internship at one of those, and that was really fulfilling work, but it was so fucking hard. And I was like, I want to go do open mics. So I stopped, and I'm living a selfish life. And yes, I have the goal to one day go back and change. Like, I want to, I want to like fund stuff like that with how lucky I've been, whatever. But I made that decision. I get it. It's your fucking life. It's okay if you're like, I don't necessarily want to work at a nonprofit that barely pays my fucking rent. I want to do something a little different. So I think you just have to be honest with yourself about what you really could live with yourself with, what you really want to do. Are these places that are not perfect, but maybe pay pretty well, and that might be networking opportunities? Are they an opportunity for you to work somewhere like that? Understand how these places are run. Maybe someday run your own place like this, right? Like, I think as long as you're working towards a larger goal, it's okay if some of your first jobs are not completely perfect fits. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I think that's the way to look at it. I think you have to really think, it's not about what your first job out of law school is like. It's, what does your life 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line look like? What are these first jobs setting you up to do in the future? And because you're still young, your first few years out of law school are effectively an extension of school. You're learning still. You're not really who you're going to be professionally. Yeah. And so if some of these opportunities give you prepare you for a future that you do want, then I think that's fine. If you look at the path that takes you down and you're like, I don't see a fucking path I want to be, I don't see a destination if I do these jobs, then yeah, fuck it. Get your degree. A JD is still cool. Like, people still want someone that went to law school, even if they don't work in that field. That's kind of cool, in fact, if you have that background, but you work in something else, and fucking switch it up immediately. But that's kind of my advice to you, is like, don't look at it as this next job. Look at it as, what does this next job set me up for in the future if I play my cards right?
Yeah, that's helpful. It's like I shouldn't like shit on the whole field. There are for sure lawyers who do really great work for people. It's just not typically, if you want to do like the big picture stuff. Like, I came to law school to kick corporations in the teeth. That just like doesn't exist in the legal field.
Yeah,
like
of course.
That's like a
you
classic.
can help people on like an individual level, but that's kind of it. So I think your advice is solid. It's just hard. It's a hard T to cross to like finally get to the end. I'm done. I'm pretty much done with my education, and there's nothing. It feels like there's nothing here for me.
I get that, and I think what else I was about to say is like, this is one of the most classic realizations a person has, is where idealism starts and reality begins. And I don't think, by the way, I think your goal is a good one and a noble one, and I don't think you should give it up. I just think you should look at it as a long-term goal and not one that's going to happen 2 years out of law school. And also admit to yourself, if that's the path you want to go down, it's admirable, but it's gonna be harder.
Yeah.
The path of least resistance will be evil shit. Of course it's hard to fucking kick corporations in the teeth because they pay the most talented people so much money they forget their morals, right? Like that's the fucking, that is the right, you are against fucking Darth Vader, you know what I mean? Like you are, it is hard to beat these motherfuckers and your life will be hard but fulfilling. And that's okay. I think that's noble. I think more people should sign up for that kind of thing. I just don't get disenchanted because the thing you wanted is hard. You decided you want to do something hard that's good for the world. And, you know, if you can basically what I'm saying is you will feel this feeling a lot. If this is what you want to do, you will lose to these guys a lot, right? Like, you will feel fucking like, fuck, was this even worth it? A lot. Ultimately, it is worth it. And if that feeling is too much and you don't want that being an ever-present part of your like career and life, that's totally understandable. But also, I wouldn't let it be a deal breaker. You know what I mean? Like, because you're still ultimately doing good stuff.
It's also one thing to have like noble ideals and just think of things in so black and white. But the reality is there's so much gray area. And it's like, you know, doing noble law work, what does that mean? It means like doing a lot of bullshit paperwork. It means, you know, there's also part of it where you have to learn how to like deal with shitty people who are against what your goals are, but you just have to learn to like negotiate with them, be interpersonal with them, like persuade them and work towards things. And, you know, every position you do, basically, you're not going to be some like firebrand at like 25 years old, fresh out of law school. You're going to have to do a lot of different experiences. Maybe you do some nonprofit. Maybe you do like some at a law firm that isn't so chill. And, you know, all of that, if you think of it long term, all your experiences will help you towards, you know, some noble end goal down the line or something, but it's not going to be instant. And
it's a process for sure.
And it will suck. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, thank you. I hope I don't sound too young and stupid.
No, you don't.
This is a classic thing, especially for people who are like, I'm getting into law for like noble reasons. And it's like, no.
Yeah. No, it's like, it's good. And I appreciate it. And we're telling you, stick with that.
Yeah.
We're just saying like a good analogy is like, when you start comedy, you bomb the first 5 years, you bomb all the time. Like somebody who's actually, some of the best comedians were horrible when they started and they stuck it out. And I guess that's what you're doing is you're trying to do something that the odds are stacked against you and it will be hard and you will question yourself a lot. But if you stick through it and have a long-term goal, you can see it through, basically is what we're saying. We don't want to like, I don't want to be the person who's like, I don't want to be the reason you're like, fuck it. I'm going to go be a fucking lawyer for fucking, you know, I'm going to be a lawyer for a consulting firm. I'm going to fucking, I'm going to represent Nestle when they say we should be able to poison Amazon waters and have slaves fucking take cocoa beans out or whatever the fuck, right? Like, we're not telling you to do that. We're just saying like, this is part of it. This is part of this journey that you're on is actually, you're now smart enough to understand how hard this is, right? You didn't understand how hard it was when you were 19. Now you do. And you're just on track for what this job is. So, you know, that's kind of our general advice.
Yeah. No, thanks. It's helpful. I feel like this is the first time someone's had like a legitimate answer.
Good.
Everyone else has just kind of told me that's life. So
no, it is life, but it doesn't mean we have to quit, right? Like that's the hard thing. That's what they want you to feel. They want you to feel like, fuck, it's too hard. Fuck it. I'll make a ton of money. And then they're like, and then you're also tempted with making a fucking shit ton of money for being evil. And you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So, you know, get out there and just have a long-term plan and you'll chip away at it and you can you can have the life you want, and you can, I think you can do it all. And there's even there's also another version of this where it's like, do something that's kind of neutral, and then on your own time do things that are just purely good. You know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel my life is going, where it's like, my career is not good or bad for the world. And I hope to take some of the money that I've made when my shit slows down a little bit and actually do good. You know what I mean? Like, use some of this for actual good. So, there's lots of ways. There's lots of ways to it. And of course, maybe next year I do Riyadh, and I fucking start doing Bitcoin. Maybe we start advertising Bitcoin, and fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. We're back on gambling next year.
Exactly.
Have a change of heart, become evil. Who cares?
There's like a number of incels you've kept from like killing themselves.
That's true.
So,
I actually,
credit where credit's
I
due.
do think when I was younger, I actually did not think comedy could help anyone, actually. And having gone through shit where I'm like, you know what? Some of my favorite stuff has helped me through a lot of stuff, and people have like contacted us. I actually do think this job is a slight positive. It's not a huge positive, but it's a slight positive.
What Stav is saying is start doing comedy and start a podcast.
No, definitely don't do that.
God.
Become a podcaster, the last noble profession.
The only good, podcast producer's the last noble profession, Eldis. You know that. That's part of your memoir.
Oh yeah.
Eldis is reading
wait
from
to
his
hear,
memoirs right now.
Yeah. Super producer coming in.
Well, yeah, we're rooting for you. Don't give up.
Funny.
And we are rooting for you, and we believe in you, Schmitty.
Yeah. And I hope you have a bicycle now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
the bike's been great. It's been so nice.
Hopefully you've actually been riding it. You didn't go through that saga, and you're like, fuck it. I'm into rollerblading now.
Yeah. Yeah, just give it away after all that. Yeah.
That would be kind of funny, actually.
Yeah,
all right.
no, it's been serving me well. Thanks for checking in on the bike.
Of course.
Yep.
All right. Thanks, Schmitty.
Bye, Schmitty.
Good luck out
Have
there.
A good one.
Yeah, have a good night, y'all.
You too. Bye.
All right.
Wow.
What a gal. That's nice, though. I do like talking. We really are unked up to the max, dude. We're giving like 25-year-olds
We're giving law
advice.
career advice.
Fuck. That's awesome.
And the advice is just, things are not as they may seem.
Well, yep. It is the Two Unks podcast. We're literally both uncles.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. This was fun. Good calls. We hope you were enjoying the holiday season. I think this will come out. Oh, actually, maybe this does come out before things. I don't remember. No, this comes out in December.